I wasn't certain, but I had the feeling that you were ready to take your month with Eclipse next, as I was still building my body up.
No, Clips is actually going to spend some time with our elder.
Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. All right. Then that gives me a little bit more time for body build.
Remember, that's how we got our next payment done for going to the next opportunity.
Yep.
Right. That part I had completely forgotten. I knew that it got paid, but I was just like, what was it again? How did we pay this? But it makes sense if he's actually if he's the payment. Something that happened a little bit more on just the personal life aspect. I found it's a collection of C.S. Lewis books, and I was very interested in gonna see how that changes my thought process and how I think.
C.K. Lewis?
Yes. There's yes. Hang on a second.
Are we talking about chronic masturbator, or are we talking about like somebody else here? The comedian?
No.
Okay.
No, Louis. Ain't that Louis C.K.?
That's probably yeah. You're probably right. Is this the I need pictures of Spider-Man guy? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Oh, I can't remember. He's
I don't know who C.K. Lewis is. I guess
he's like an author that, or hang on a second. I think it's C.S. Lewis. Yeah. Okay, C.S. Lewis. He's an author. He's written several books, and let's see. He's been like credited for very spiritual intellect and kind of like thinking just in different ways. I don't know. I haven't picked it up yet, but I've heard many a good quote, and that interested me.
Noises our microwave makes is scary, and it scares me, and I want a new microwave.
I'm sorry that you can't accept our microwave right now, Ellie.
It's scary.
Scary microwave. Johnny, you can't have a scary microwave.
Yeah. The name's Gary. Gary Microwave.
Scary Gary?
Yeah. That's what some people call me.
Wait, you're the microwave?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
That's why I'm so far from my computer right now.
Oh, because you're in Canada?
Yes.
Don't do that.
All right. Well, we ready to start session 107?
Oh, yeah.
I suppose.
Good.
Well,
So the
that
very
would
last...
be just wonderful.
Yeah.
Huh.
But are you ready? Are you back from your dogs, though, Casey? Is that the question? Are you still walking?
In like 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay.
Yes.
So last thing I did was a month worth of training, Gestalt training for the reinforcement books. One thing I wanted to ask Matt was how Qubits is making out with the Ballistic Skill reinforcement book. Have they received it yet, or are they still on their way to get it?
They have not received it yet. No.
Okay. Well, I have physical swiftness at tier 10. I have clarity of mind refinement for tier 10. I have expansion of senses refinement to tier 10. I only needed a 3 for expansive senses, but I have all them done besides the ones I need catalysts for. I
You'll
just
just
need.
have to come up with methods.
Yep. Yep. Just gonna do some research. The first one I was thinking of was recreation card. Fellowship seems to be something that I could gain from that. The ballistic skill one, I don't really have an idea for besides maybe duality. I might have some ways for me to do that. Throw some rocks at me, or maybe some math, some cosmic math of different directions of projectiles in motion. And for the influence one, I was thinking it would be great to research into key and see if that would be a way to get some influence catalysts. But that's what I have planned for today. Gonna do those.
So consult Liron.
The Liron.
He got his gains on.
Yep. I think the influence one was from training with his master, if I remember correctly.
I just sat in front of an exposed core.
The only thing I need from you, Matt, is clarity of mind refinement tier 10.
Nah. You're fine. You're totally fine. It's fine.
I have an idea what it is, at least at the end of it, but I don't know all the things you had to put into it, I guess, like the initial ones, because you said at like 5, or maybe the first one, you decide if you want fate points or not. And then at 6, you like swap it into, you know, the good old
Insights.
enlightenments. Yeah.
You can get enlightenment at tier like 8 or 9 or something, and then you get double them at tier 10.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just insights that you get if it's not.
Sounds about right. Hold on.
All right.
I'm gonna send you my my teaching ideas. Every sip tastes different, eh?
Yes, of course. More snow. It snowed again. Yes, there it is. I found it.
Good.
Behold.
I see. So, if I'm taking fate points, what part of this description is gone? I guess is the question. I don't see anything about like pools besides getting them per session.
Let me just get you a thing. Do-do-do. So basically, what it would do is instead, if you replaced it,
Hmm.
by the time you would get to level 10, they would
Yeah.
all be enlightenments instead, if they were in your threshold. Otherwise, you just get the inspirations, and
Right.
you basically ignore the special.
So I still ignore by spending DTS to meditate about your Tao, you may gain a martial enlightenment consumable once per session.
No, I mean like literally, the secret
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
you replace it. Um,
Yeah,
your
it's instead of the pool of insights, they turn to enlightenments and you don't have them anymore because I'm not choosing that. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you still have the rest of the text.
Gotcha.
No. Okay. What's that? What happened to them? Okay. That's not a horrible loss. I can grab that and I still have it, so we're good.
Ooh, good.
Whatever do you mean? It's a terrible loss. Most terrible. I'm joking. All right. So what else can I
My
get you?
sorry.
I'm good on my side. I sent you a message about the sword
Mhm.
power teaching ideas, or at least some sort of theme to go off of that our elder can look for teachings.
Mhm. The coin flip. What in the heck?
I mean, I know that a coin flip is powerful, especially the ones for martial coins. Um, but it was more of just the representation of um, the buildup of motion and kinetic energy. Yeah, maybe finding a sword power teaching about um, martial coins, and that energy, that power that comes from them might be interesting for sword power teachings of, and maybe some relation between the two. I guess it's more maybe a Tao thing.
They can look into it.
Yeah.
We still got to get through a month, because unless you already did a month.
I did a month already. That was me.
Okay.
That was my Gestalt rolls. I did a
Okay,
month
and
with
that was
Gestalt.
during the time the elder was doing their month.
No,
That
that's the
was
very first month when
yeah. That's while I was
Liron
doing my
was
month.
doing his.
So
We
you
just
got to wait another month. Gasp.
yeah, I think we all have a month to go through, right?
Less, because I still have to both build my body and get my physical reinforcements up because I forgot about Ballistic Skill. So that one needs done, Fellowship needs done, and a few need some boosts. I have a few that are only at 8 or 9,
Gotcha.
and I had a cheat sheet, and then I opened it this morning, well, that was me saying fuck because my notepad cheat sheet like deleted itself, I guess, and so now I'm recreating it.
Sucks.
Yeah, is what it is.
Did you save it? The cheat sheet?
Well, yeah, like I thought I did because it created a shortcut for it, and I opened it, and the cheat sheet was blank, and I was just like, okay."
Did it get saved to documents? Because that's the usual, like the default. If you don't specify where to save it, just saves the documents on the computer.
I'd use Notepad instead of Notepad because then you can just like it will keep it for you, and even if you forget to save.
Though Notepad++ has the problem of if it was originally made in a different program, all the formatting is just written out,
Yeah.
which is
Well,
hilarious.
yeah,
But
I'm almost there with creating or getting this, like, I'm actively copy pasting from journal. I had a record, I just didn't have a cheat sheet. Never mind. Savalar, were you wanting to take your month first? Or was there
Sure.
anything?
I can take my
Yeah,
month first.
cool.
First thing I go to is I go to our wonderful sunspot eclipse, and I Some spot clips. I have a request for you.
Word it well.
Mm-hmm. I'd like you to help teach one of our elders here on the earthly path.
Hmm. I mean, fine. You're paying for the time.
Mhm.
Problem with elders, or people who are called elders, is mindset.
Her mindset is in the present only.
Oh, perfect. I don't need to worry about shit. All right.
Very
Wonderful.
good. Yeah. Let me go introduce you, I suppose. We'll head out through the sanctuary into the main hall.
Okay. That one over there?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't need to introduce me. I'm going to make my own assessment approach. So you go back to training. I'll
Okay.
take it from here.
Excelente. Well, that's done and put in the pipeline. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to do some research. Three things. But I would like to talk to Liron on how they did some of their reinforcements for the other three books we had. And kind of just have a kind of back and forth, if you don't mind. Unless you have plans for yourself, Liron.
Uh, well, I am planning for stuff right now, so I'm
Let me think about this for a sec too. How much time was spent after your month in the time dilation for your research?
nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
At least
Okay,
nothing specific. I'm
gotcha,
preparing to do more training.
gotcha. Liron, I'm about to embark on the journey of the other reinforcements, and I can't rely on my talent right now, but I am interested to see how you did yours. I have an understanding on what you were telling me you did stuff with your master, V, but I was about to do my fellowship, my ballistic skill, and my influence.
Oh, the ballistic skills was simple. I just had my master throw things at me and me throw things at what my master was throwing, an increasing
Yeah,
difficulty.
I figured doing that with duality would be fine. So I have that one checked off. And I remember how you did your fellowship one. I was listening into your podcast you had.
Oh yes, we made a whole lot of lo-fi.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about going into my card and working with the people. So, in other words, increasing our bonds and, well, just creating fellowship, I suppose. I know research is the best way to do about that. So maybe researching my people, understanding them more. Maybe that's one way I could get some fellowship reinforcements.
It would probably work.
Yeah.
And then my influence was also done with my master. I sat in front of his exposed reactor core for, uh, I don't even know how long.
Oh,
It's
yes.
kind of a blur, but had to take some pills beforehand to make sure I didn't die to it.
Yes, that's fair. I was thinking about researching key and maybe find something about that, especially since I
Maybe
have
take those
special key.
pills that you have.
I was thinking about that. I have some ideas though. I'm trying to decide if I should wait until my tribulation and utilize them there. It'd be very risky, I suppose. But I remember
It
how
takes
you
a
were
while to
telling.
digest them.
Yeah. Well, those I mean, it would take 3 months, but you said you took 1,000 years or so, right, in yours.
True.
And the reason why I was thinking is because I could utilize this tribulation and its energies to kind of maybe enhance them some way. Because my fate is of tribulation. I'm sorry, my key is of tribulation and fate, so might be something interesting there, but yeah. Anywho, so okay, that's how you did yours. Good. I think I have a way to go forward from here.
Good. I knew you had it. You've
Of
always got
course.
this, fam.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Savalair will go into the orrery and go visit his master Duality.
Okay.
Duality, I am here for some training. I
Oh.
would like you to throw things at me, or maybe study study orbits or projectile motion that you're so good at being a moon. I'm trying to work on ballistic skill reinforcements for myself, or catalysts, so I can improve my reinforcement.
Well, there's no better training than life or death training.
Of course, I'm used to that by you throwing shards of darkness at me, and also great flames of sun.
Well, I'm
So
going to give
yes.
you shards of darkness, and you're going to have to throw them at my shards of darkness.
Oh, interesting. All right. Well, this should be fun.
It's going to be very simple. You need to get to 10 tiers of reinforcement, right? So
Correct.
each tier will require
Yes.
you to take on 1 extra shard of darkness.
Okay.
Yep, that's it. And all you got to do is throw the one I give you at the one I throw at you, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Funny part is, we're going to be doing it in total darkness, which is why your awareness of your situation and not throwing, impatiently.
Hmm. Well, good thing I have perception reinforcement maxed. My perception is also quite high. Quite high.
Mm-hmm. This training could have trained both, but you had a special book.
Right. Yes.
Mhm.
All right. Hmm.
I could make it even funner.
Oh,
I could put a strobe effect instead.
well, interesting. Okay. So, my 5 steps here while we get this going. My technique would be ballistic skill. I guess that's just the raw fundamentals of ballistic skill and the throw.
Mhm.
My visualization is taking in the darkness so that I can throw it back. So I visualize and make this construct of with my new eyes, not originals, I guess, or my recreation eyes, and kind of taking in that darkness and I guess the catch motion, and then internalizing it is being able to conceptually touch the darkness so I can throw it back. So I'm no longer visualizing it. I'm simply just catch and throw. And my actualization aspect is to present that truth, to catch and throw into duality's darkness.
Okay.
And my Tao punctuation is that I do not fail to touch the darkness, but I succeed and throwing it.
All right, with that one, for every catalyst, you'll just be racking a -10 to a single roll.
Okay.
So it should take you only 10 rolls to get all the catalysts you need. The first one's a -10 because you're only working for one catalyst. But then the next roll is a -20 because you're wanting 2 catalysts, and so on. Good use of the Dow punctuation that you got from the checkpoint 2 secret
I
opportunity.
mean, if you're not going to use it, what's the point, right?
Well, that's the point.
I mean,
And,
as cultivators.
and of course, Duality knows better than anyone. The best type of training is danger zone training. You know that if you fail any of these rolls,
Yes.
for every DOF up to the catalyst you're working for is a
Mhm.
health state of damage.
Wonderful. All right. All right.
Because these
Okay.
Shards of Darkness bypass armor and toughness.
Okay. Let's make that there.
And it's like getting hit with a hull shard from a ship.
Right. Oh,
Oh my lord.
tasty.
And
That's a
get
double
yourself
one.
a D4 of
Question.
dead.
Am I in on the dark side of the moon or the light side of
Yeah.
the moon here? Dark side,
Dark
right? So, okay. Yeah.
And yeah, you get yourself the special resource too. Wow.
Yeah. I will put that in. And so if I go down to my body, I think I have it in body bloodline. An echo in the dark.
That's very spooky.
Sure. 4. 2.
Very nice.
Minus 30. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm just gonna take that in for a sec. I have not had a paradox like this in a long time. Um, hmm. Hmm.
Remember, you have one health state.
Yep, and then I have Adamantium Pathfinder.
I've got it.
That
my
will allow
god,
me.
100, Johnny boy. What the shit?
Um, can I turn that into a convergence?
No.
Or are we going to do a Lost in the Dark place, which should remove dark side 100s cancel 1s, light side you keep the 100s and 1s, and opposing lights of darkness 1 smash, taking a health state of damage. So I don't have any smash, so I guess I'm going to remove one of my echoes in the dark and put in 1 lost, as it's canceled one of my 1s. But okay, that's good. I need to get lost in dark places, so we shall accept this. I take the smack after I'm like, oh man, this is so fucking successful, and then the duality is just like, are you sure about that? And hits me really hard. I'm able to withstand it first through my toughness reinforcement, and then that temporary is gone, and then I have to rely on my adamantian path to rely on my safety, my desire, and I barely survived the hit. And it gets a little darker around me
The disciple, stop blocking with your face.
as he starts coughing. Gives a thumbs up. All right, let's let's go
You're
again.
doing really good there, and then you decided to give yourself a little fist bump in the middle of training.
Okay, so we're going to do a 1 key. Give that a +5 to pass. And -40. Success. -50. Success. -60. That's a failure, but we are going to use a fate point to roll less. Success. Another success. Okay, now this is where we're getting a little dicey here. We're going to use a fate coin to roll lower. 69. Okay, that's a little better. And then we're gonna do twin fate to roll less than a 49.
Hey, he's cheating.
My fate is coming in hot here as I rolled another single digit. I've been rolling lots of singles. That's actually 2 3s in a row. That's a double. So I'm going to take that droplet of fate now.
Mm-hmm.
So we are at -90 this time. 57. All right. We shall roll less than 57. Another fate coin. Whew. Okay, 38. We're getting closer. Twin fate. Ooh, right under. All right, all right.
All right, Johnny. 10 or less. And remember, this one's a big one because if you get, for every degree of failure you have, it's a hell state. So it's a lot.
Yep. -100. All right, all right. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. So we're gonna use my fate coin. Roll less than 54. Okay. Twin fate.
Ooh,
Twin fate.
not
39.
good.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
So there's a few things I can do here. I can just throw on some because I'm not even that far off. I am 25 off, which would be 5 key to utilize. So I should have no problem getting the extra effort in, unless you want to throw any shenanigans on me.
No shenanigans.
Okay, 5 key. And with that, I have, I'm like, whoo! I think I understand projectile motion more than I did before Duality. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Nothing like a little bit of life or death training to get the point across. I made it fun.
I'm, this is my first, I'm still taking in the motion. I need to, what I'm going to do now, Matt, because this is my first one, is I'm using a destiny fragment on the 1 in 100 to collect the fate Dow from that, as that is my first critical paradox. On the moon. Okay, I go back and I take that moment and I meditate and rest on the enlightenment I experienced there for the critical paradox, and I will also use my new intelligence reinforcement to spend my DTA meditating on that for enlightenment. So that's I say that's a good turn for me. It's not my full month, but I feel like we should pass the buck since I know you don't have a lot of time to spend with us today. So
All right. So get yourself 10 Dow points of fate
nice.
for your Destiny fragment spent, and
Yep.
because you meditated and spent a Destiny fragment, you get one of these.
Ooh, very nice. Okay. All right. New narrative
So that's a
points.
conditional narrative point, but it now regenerates. It's like
Mhm.
another narrative point permanently, but it's a conditional one.
Yeah. Gotcha. Spicy.
It is, in fact, just a smidgen spicy. So you have all the catalysts. You
Mhm.
just have to train the actual physical ballistics.
Yep. And I will do that now. It's just pretty much rolling. And do I need DOS on this? I'm trying to remember how Liron did his. I know he got his catalyst and then he's trained. And I already did.
Oh wait, it
influence
was
them.
actual progress.
Oh yes, it was progress. Now maybe I can
Mhm.
find that in
I don't
yours.
recall how much exactly it was,
It's
but it was
1,000 per tier.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. I will work on that, and it's training based, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now is it 1,000 and 2,000, or is it 1,000 each? Okay.
No, it's 1,000 and 2,000.
gotcha.
But you guys are so gosh darn fast at the damn stuff. Doesn't
Yeah.
take you long to get through it.
I'll do a
Good deal.
montage and a request from I think Liron. You do can I have a spotlight for montage here?
Sure, I'll toss you a narrative point.
I appreciate that. All
Wait,
right,
where's
I
that
will do
player?
math and we can go do another player.
I will need to do math for mine, but I also need to know what sort of math I'm going to be doing. So let's throw one narrative point, first of all. Okay.
Yes, get your training on, homie. We should put you guys back on this map.
As I go into the training hall.
Unless you guys want to be on Moon Cube.
Training hall gives a +5 bonus. And base. I will choose
72 pinnacles.
Liron, yours is a ×4, right? Still.
My yes. I would like to spend a pinnacle insight
Okay, 4.
to get a pretty good idea of all of the supplies that I'm going to need to request to have the ability to touch them all, contact them.
Mm-hmm.
Just
You're
so
able to
I
put me on a list of like at least 1,000 different things. Like pretty easily in like a couple DTA.
Good. So we got objects. What kind of bonus or effect does that have on my training? Or does it just allow the training?
It allows the training, but you can also permanently spend the resource. So if you spend one of the 3,000 things that you got, it will remove it from the list, but you get +1 progress.
So I can get 1,000 total progress from that.
You can also do some silly things with it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would like to make 3 might selects on my first precept of progress to make it so that the progress is a ×4 my int instead of just 1 times my int for learning new things and self-study.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to change the brightness.
I'm typing it out.
There we go.
Yep. It's
Okay.
30 merit.
Damn, he buy that stuff thick.
I was doing math beforehand. Aspect of the orrery.
Getting station bonus, so I get the 10 rolls.
Oh, right,
day.
right. I will end up having to do that as well. Might goes up to 297. Is that a threshold? I thought it was like a 250. It might have already been added. Thresholds. It's 250. Doesn't get anywhere. And then I need, how many might selects have I done for?
Just getting my fake coins back.
And then I will might select my montage hero one more time to do 5 times progress.
Nice.
Yeah. It helps a great deal, but it's still it's
A lot of progress.
still a lot of progress, yeah.
Is this for research this time or for your training?
For training.
Gotcha.
Which just would be training still.
Since you're having to make something on your own, that's research.
Okay.
But once you make a successful research and you build yourself a training method, it goes into training that method.
Okay. Well, that just makes the math more convenient then, doing this purchase, I suppose, because all I need to do is ask
Research really quick.
Poe for a spotlight for research,
Mhm.
which is already a ×5 for him.
Damn.
No, it's
That
a
makes
times
you a
5 for
×9. Shit.
Yeah,
Damn.
I only had ×4 for mine, but now I have ×5 for training and crafting. Which then I take your research and take it good. Okay.
Personal question though. Chun Po, what is your color of your spotlight when you give it to Liron?
I was thinking something green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Liron? What's your color?
My color. What is the color of sound? It's just gonna be a white light, I suppose.
Okay.
What is yours?
I think mine's red. It's my color of hair, after all.
Matches.
I mean,
Green, white, and red, arguably in Power Rangers, some of the strongest colors.
there you go.
Okay. Well, I need 10 million progress, and I'm choosing not to reduce the total amount that I need so that I can get more antag points.
Solid.
Yeah. Actually, let me double check. I think it was crafting that I did as my personal thing for. Are we on 106 for the session, by the way?
We are on 107 today, actually.
Shoot. I
What?
forgot to tick up hidden potential one of these sessions, it looks like.
Yeah, she should be at like 300 plus at least.
I'm just counting it by sessions, and then I'll do the multiplication when I decide to pop it.
Yep.
Makes it easier.
Last I checked, or at least with me personally, I'm at 366. But yeah, with
Well, there's arcs
however,
as well,
Yep.
and
yeah,
cultivation tiers.
I didn't know that one on the math. Well, damn. But I also don't know how much of those I have, so.
Which is why I'm not doing the math right now. I'm just listing the things that it pulls from.
I was, yeah, I was doing math last night.
Heck is my montage hero? I guess it's. Did I not write it out all the way and just said, hey, this is what my montage hero gives?
Do you need a copy of what Montage Hero has?
No, I need to know what I selected.
Hmm.
It was crafting.
Crafting and training.
Yep. Okay. Well, I need to do some math to figure out how long this takes, so go ahead, Poe.
Yeah. Do that math. That's what this game is actually all about.
We knew
Forcing
this.
my players to do basic math.
You don't got
It's
your
not really
Excel
basic
sheet?
math. I'm not
Um,
using an Excel sheet because I'm trying to figure out the bonuses that I need in order to finish it. More
I mean,
than
I'm using my
how
Excel
much I'm
sheet to
getting
do
per
that too.
time.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing both. Also counting the amount of
Done.
fatigue, all that stuff.
10 million is what I'm looking to get. No, I just use a basic calculator.
Yeah.
napkin math.
Mm,
Chun Po goes to the poison vault and looks looks for mini lore keeper. Master,
Mm.
I have some ideas in my head, but I am not sure what steps to take at this time.
All right.
Well, I wanted to crack open my hidden potential and
Why?
well, because I'm about to go through a 10-year opportunity, or well, I'll call it an opportunity at least, because I think it is.
Okay.
And I wanted to try and build something that could allow for an exponential growth of my potential. To have this 10 years and to get the most out of it that I possibly could.
So I get that, but why? Why do you need that? I know you gave me a reason, but that's not a good reason.
Do we define good as a moral good or define good as
Good for
reason
you.
for growth?
Good for you. Morality is quicksilver on the path. In
Well,
fact,
I think
just
we
by
both know we
cultivating,
weren't talking about morality in this one.
I'm
What
aware of
make
it. I'm just pointing out that morality on the path is that of quicksilver, mostly because your morality and ethics will shift as you cultivate.
I am learning that slowly. I am seeing the shifts.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it weird?
It is.
Because you'll
It
have
is
different
very
ethics
weird.
for mortals and you'll have different ethics for cultivators. And do try and show mortals understanding and mercy. They are literally helpless.
I to give light to the full plan in my head anyways.
Sure.
I find myself in a what was a desire to be a swordsman, and I keep
Mm.
asking sword scholar questions. And I chose the drinking, yeah, the drinking sword, and
Mhm.
my morals at the time were very, very angry and wanting to lash out at things, but I feel like I never have the strength for that. This theoretically could grant me the strength, but I've also put myself in a position where I need to kill a lot of people. So I wanted to build something that I could find some of the worst people in the universe and say, those people will do.
Well, let's take a step back. You chose the sword obsessor over the sword scholar. If you want to swap, you have to start all over. You have to banish your sword teachings and your sword progress so far, and you have to start all over. I don't recommend it. You should go back to swinging your sword a lot. It helps a lot. It doesn't mean you can't ask questions. It's just usually questions are most effective for an obsessor once they hit a wall. You haven't hit a wall, not yet, at least. You know what you must do to complete the training ahead of you. Drinking sword's great. You know, we found you good technique to match with the demonic stuff. Because that lets you feed your rage into your attacks.
Yes. Another thing that I was contemplating, I was interested in flowing sword, but swift or heavy ice sword fighting forms seems more beneficial for what I am building. If I build heavy, then my natural speed of how I attack would really hurt. And then if I build swift, just even more.
Again, you're trying to pour too much tea into a smaller cup. Think of all
Swing
the
my
things you
sword,
have
build my
half
foundation.
done.
I apologize for interrupting. What did you say, Master?
That's fine. You just think of all the things you have currently left half done.
I am going to get my reinforcements up, and that was another thing that I wanted to ask you about, while understanding ballistics training, but also to an extent of how to build, how to take the dream and understand the next steps whenever I'm starting at the top instead of working at the base.
Well, you
Well, I
haven't
keep
reached the stage of
dreaming.
dreaming yet. So, I mean, you got to finish your foundations. You haven't even stepped on the mountain yet. So, dreams are just that until we can get you the opportunity of the dreaming. There is a opportunity that allows to take your most vivid dream, and that requires a bit of training to get what you want beforehand, and have it imprint on yourself. So it takes the bottom up approach of cultivation and applies a phantasmal bottom or top down version of yourself. But that's a long way out.
Understood.
And it requires quite a bit of training to get there. As for your other question or statement, the worst people in the universe are people that even I don't want to interact with. They are the worst people in the universe, and they're definitely cultivators. And usually, their strength is not something that you should ever scoff at or even consider approaching, because they will do anything for power. That's why they're the worst people in the universe, and they are very, very terrifyingly strong. We should start with some bad people. That way, you can beat them up. Let's try and you're on polar extremes tonight or today. A lot of the most of this or the most extreme of this. We should focus a little bit on the middle. Maybe a little closer to the away from the best of the best side. So we got to work our way up towards that. I know you're impatient, especially because you got the energy of the demonic way in you, which kind of takes away from the stoicism and the patience. But you should focus on foundations. All right, so back to foundations. What are you missing?
Fellowship and ballistic skill reinforcement are both my lowest reinforcements at 0. And I have some cleaning up to do with
Well, I can help you get the catalysts for the fellowship.
Toughness and swiftness are my only other two that are not
Mhm.
at 10, and they are
Okay.
at 9 and 8, respectively.
Well, I can help you with the fellowship and the ballistic skill. Ballistic skill is not too hard.
Okay.
Same with
Another
fellowship.
um fellowship, yes. Sorry.
Just tell me which one you want.
One of the reasons I wanted to break open my hidden potential was to possibly buy all the montage qualities and then theoretically build an exponential aspect to montage. But I wasn't sure if that was allowed.
Are you going to pick up the bad ones too?
I wasn't intending to after procuring and seeing what it cost. But would
Well,
that be what it was necessary? Also, how do you buy a negative?
you take on the negative into yourself. Basically, you just choose it,
Take
and
it.
it goes in your
Okay.
feet, and you get the eclipses equal to its rank, which help pay off stars, the positive qualities.
Understood.
The only other
So,
thing I want to bring up before you go is, can you only do one at a time though? I thought we could only do one per session.
correct.
Oh, okay.
One negative per session. You can buy as much positive as you want.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Then
Now, the only reason you would ever want to do this is to reach the next level of understanding of this montaging you've been talking about. Because only to understand one aspect of it is not sufficient to build yourself a higher understanding or a deeper understanding of the topic itself. Just like with all Tao and all concepts that you will be studying and researching, practicing, to only look at one side of the coin, if it is even a coin at all, it's not sufficient to learn it.
I've been thinking about how life and how the balance in between two extremes of aspects of life reminds me of a three-wave diagram, or just using three-wave diagram as a basis for what is a AC and DC current, or I believe it's just AC. Uh, and the aspect of extremes looking like lines going up and down, and how to live life, you will see both sides, as there has to be a balance. Otherwise, if you just want all of one side, you're not truly living.
Well, let's do this exercise then. Why do you only focus on the extremes? They're a good reference point, and
To
you save
under
one.
to understand what that looks like as a person, or to put it then another reference point at straight middle, and wondering what that looks like in all things that you can have throughout life, your senses, taste, smelling, you smell the good, you smell the bad, and taking only the good, only the bad, or only just straight middle is something that I'm not sure how that looks. What is a person that only walks through good and bad in equal parts? Or is it no parts because you get no, or you're perfectly balanced so nothing happens?
All right. Well, going forward, let's take this. I'm going to give you a example, and then I'm going to uh, talk to you a little bit about it.
Okay.
So, in the Tao, there's only one black and white, and that is the Taiji, Everything else is gray. Even the extremes, left and right, those aren't black and white. Only yin and yang is black and white. Everything is gray. It's just if you really squint at it on the left and right side of extremes in anything, it looks very similar to white and very close to black, but they're not quite. They're not binaric because there's still a concept. They're still a part of something significantly more complex. So they're still gray. And it's just a color slide of gray. But when you speak of balance between these things, let's go to the table. And they go to the table and they summon from their spatial ring these little figurines. They're not of people, they're just little placeholders for putting stuff on. Kind of a representative item. So if we go to a scale, and they put a little balance scale on the table, say I have one guy here on each of the sides of the scale. This is balance, yes, as that balance is perfectly flat. What if I put a bunch here and not a bunch here? And it tilts predictably. What if I take all of these guys off and put this one big one? And then it goes back to being balanced. Well, that's not very balanced. Well, I got 20 little dudes here and one big fat dude on this one. But it's perfectly balanced. See, that's just one aspect of looking at balanced. So, are you saying balance or are you saying fairness? Because that's another type of balance. That's also a form of justice, because justice is a derivative of order. And order can also be eschewed to balance. But also, balance is looked at from opposing forces as they push their hands together and they apply force in equal parts. I'm not able to move my hands left or right because I'm applying equal force, and thus there is a balance. When you say balance in things, but what is it really? Is it just a numerical representation on a scale? Is it a scatter plot? Is it a curve? Does it need to be symmetrically identical? Does it need to be equal in number? Does it need to be conceptually identical, but on a scale of this way or that way? Like, balance is really hard to play with. And you're throwing out the term, I believe, a little recklessly. Because when you say balance, I hear 50 different words. And unfortunately, that's what happens when you become an older cultivator, is you've explored these concepts. You've explored the complexities and the differences and the perspective shifts and the gradients and all of the different synonyms and why those are important, and the distinction between them is so critical. Because for every synonym, that's a different Tao. That doesn't mean it's a great Tao, but it is still a Tao someone can pursue with their whole life. And if someone can pursue it with their existence and actually make something of it, I count that. So figure out, at least in the short term, you don't need to go as far as myself because you're not there yet. What does balance mean to you in this moment? It can change as you cultivate and go further. What does balance mean to you? And then always think of extremes, unless Taiji, yin and yang, is involved, because that's the only black and white in my book. That even the extremes on a scale are just really dark gray or really light gray. In fact, most people can't even tell the difference between pure white and really, really light white, or really gray, light gray. So As for what to do next, finish your reinforcements before you do anything else. You have a teacher here, and he has put a demand that the minimum you can do before receiving teachings from him is be ready for space cultivation. And he has given you the blueprint, and you should
Build it.
have that blueprint completed.
Um, I believe I have taken the steps other than my reinforcements to complete that blueprint.
Well, you say you're going to get this wonderful 10-year opportunity of training with him, but he won't ever get it until your reinforcements are done because he was refused, yes?
Yes, because that is the minimum requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we can have this conversation of what you'll need and what potentials you wish to try and actualize and all the other questions that you have after you're ready. All 4 steps. You remember what the 4 steps are?
For the
For
steps for the
foundations.
foundations.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that I do just remember. I know reinforcements are
Mm-hmm.
one of them. I know the medicine that we took last
Mm-hmm.
session for blood, muscle, bone,
Marrow, tendon, muscle.
marrow, tendon, muscle. And then
Mm-hmm.
clay body, which I don't have that one as of
Clay
yet.
down vessel.
We talked to the ooze, the soup, and she separated that. Was there anything from the clay then I had to do?
Mm-hmm.
To,
You had to
what?
eat it, and then you had
Okay.
to meditate and shape it before you digested it.
Okay. I don't think I've done that.
No?
Okay, so reinforcements,
Yeah, I can help
blood.
you with reinforcements to get you along your way. Not a problem. You'll need all of your inner aspects trained to the 10th tier. You'll
Mhm.
need to form a primordial clay dowel vessel. You don't need to fire it, you just need to shape it. Shouldn't take longer than an afternoon once you've consumed it. You will need complete isolation. I can help arrange that so that you are not distracted in the formation process and that so you don't digest it. You've taken the pills, which are very important. Um, You were kind of lost on the details, which is not good because you mentioned you needed body clay. No, it's Dow clay, primordial Dow clay. Um, you didn't quite get the pills correct for um, that particular stage, which I'm a little concerned because if you were at a market and you hadn't taken the pills yet and you hadn't written down the pills you needed and you went looking for them, blood bone is not correct because that will give you a completely different set of pills. So you need a marrow washing, you need a tendon flexibility pill,
I
and then you need a muscle cleansing pill, which you have. You're going to need to remember those because you only took the low grade variants. Once you step on the mountain, you can take the mid grade ones. I do recommend going up a few paces on the mountain before you do those pills again because you took the low grade ones just recently.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of importance in detail because there's too many things on the path. There's too many products. There's too many um, pieces of information, and to take the wrong thing, thinking you took something else, is disaster. And I want to help you avoid disaster. So, hmm.
You know,
okay?
eating the aspect of I don't want you to avoid, or I want to help you avoid disaster, and then me sitting there thinking, I myself don't just drink poison, and then I said, wait a minute, yes I do, but different disasters.
That's
I
very nice.
you're fine. I understand what you mean, Master, but there's a very large level of I don't know what I don't know, and it's hard to even understand not just the bustling world, but understanding everything. And to an
Mhm.
extent, most just gets left at the wayside to not be looked at. And so I arguably have walked across some of the most dangerous things, just didn't know it already.
Mm, I think you've only come across one truly dangerous thing. The rest is a subjective view because your cultivation isn't of a sufficient level. Once you reach a cultivation of sufficient level, the amount of things that become a danger to you narrow precipitously. It is a very steep wedge.
That's
But
another thing, Master. The wedge of, or the steepness of the mountain itself. How do you
yeah,
know that there is a peak? Other than it's a mountain and it's supposed to have a peak.
you don't. In fact, it could be an inverted hourglass where you reach the supposed peak and find a plateau, and now you have to jump to an inverted peak. How the fuck do you do that? I don't know. Maybe there's a circle on top.
Or just the next step is to walk down the mountain.
Some people have done that and trying to figure out what the hell to do once you get to the top, or trying to figure out how to get to the next step of the mountain. There's a lot of what ifs and supposed philosophy and answers. I am a lore keeper after all, so information is my bread and butter. So I know more than most. Problem is, even I don't know a lot of things still. I'm trying to correct that, but the information is not something I will ever catch up to. So I pick and choose the information that I think important because my vessel can only hold so much knowledge. There's only one creature on all the paths that holds the knowledge of all paths and all things simultaneously. And it's there when the God's era is over to eat it. Eat all the paths simultaneously so it can make room for the new God's era. It is the Herald of Collapse. That is the only being that has all the information of all the paths at all times. Frankly, that's a little too much info. So,
Not for free, anyways.
well, if your entire existence is to do exactly that, I think you'll just be fine. So, I think
Is
you have entered the stage of delirium, which is you are worrying about every single thing.
oh shit, is this a fucking uh delusion or
It's a bit of it's a descent into madness.
no?
It's one thought leads to two thoughts lead to four thoughts lead to 16 thoughts. It, and each of them are categorized as either more important, more mysterious, more dreadful, or more incomplete than the last. And you haven't been able to find any question or any answer to any of the questions, and only answers can solve the questions. And more questions that leave unsolved with no answers leads to more questions. This is called delirium. You have entered madness. You
Yeah,
may need
I ask a lot of questions.
That's not a problem. But you also don't have the capacity at the moment to accept that it's okay not to know, at least for now. Because it looks like every time you don't get an answer, it almost physically wounds you. And then sometimes the answers you get hurt just as bad as not getting an answer at all. We need to work on some meditative techniques to cast these thoughts out of your mind before they start a cascade breakdown. It's okay to have questions, but every time you enter one of these descents into madness, you do nothing. You you stall out in place. You lose all momentum. And then you come to me and tell me of some crazy things that you want to do, and then forget that you still haven't done your foundations. And we've had this conversation 4 times. So I think you've entered into delirium.
That's not healthy.
It is not. So let's put a goal in front of us, which is one of the 4 things that you need is your foundation. But we can use it since we know ahead of time what it is. Your goal is to finish the other 3 foundations.
Yes. Just start throwing poison at me while we talk. This will be easier.
Well, I'm not going to be throwing poison at you. That would be a significant waste of assets.
How should I train ballistics? Oh, wait, no. I should be throwing things, shouldn't I, if I'm trying to train ballistics?
Yes. And you'll be throwing darts at bookworms so they can stop eating your precious texts. Because for
Wait,
every
what?
bookworm you don't destroy with a dart, there's a good chance it'll eat words off of your precious books in your vault. Put a little stakes behind it.
Those exist? I thought that was just a person that liked books.
No, bookworms are a thing, and they're not just people. Bookworms are a enigmatic creature. They appear whenever there is a huge untapped and often untouched and unread collection of literature in an area, which is why you'll find a lot of deep storage, long term vaults of knowledge written in slate or metal or some other superfluous material other than paper, because bookworms only care about paper and the ink written on them, regardless of what it's if it's written in blood or ink. They'll eat it. And this has been sitting around for probably at least an entire era. So, and I've gone through a lot of them, and I've eradicated, I'd say, an unknown amount because it's enigmatic and you really can never know if you got rid of the bookworms or not. So we'll be throwing darts at bookworms so you can preserve the things that matter.
Okay.
And then once we're done, you're going to cast out the thought that there are bookworms at all and leave it to me and be comforted that I will handle your bookworm problem. But we're going to use them as training for now. And I will keep the losses to a minimum. And I'm lore keeper. Even if they do eat some of the words, I can restore the histories. So a little bit of peace of mind for you. And I also get to study an enigmatic species, which is fascinating. So
You got darts?
I do, as they supply you with a bunch of literal throwing cow hair needles.
Oh.
These are something you're going to have to learn. Cow hair needles are one of the hardest throwing devices that you can learn because the technique to throw them is the cupping of the palm, like this. But you keep your hand like a blade and you cup it inwards using your thumb and the meat. And there's that little crease. You put your cow hair needle there.
look up what a cow hair needle looks like.
It is an acupuncture needle without the cylindrical handle part. Think of it like a acupuncture needle, 6 inches long, and sharp on both ends.
Ooh, okay.
They are supposed to be almost impossible to see in motion, especially if they're coming at you. And they're not meant to particularly kill unless you're a prodigious needle user. They're meant to deliver poison or a secret weapon or a hidden weapon.
Interesting.
And you only need to hit them once if it's laced with the right stuff, because it's like, oh, you didn't see it, you didn't dodge it, it hit you, it dealt you. 1 damage is all I need. Here's some poison. And then, advanced techniques go all the way up to like, I jump 100 feet into the air and I deer grid coordinates a 10 by 10 space, and every space gets hit by 10 cow needles. Good luck. So there's a lot of stuff you can do. You can also use kunai. You can also use other secret weapons like grape shot in a tube.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's a bamboo tube with a blast charge, and you put a bunch of poison capsules that are wrapped in an iron ball. And when you pull it, it explodes the balls. So it sends a bunch of poison that way with poison shrapnel. Hidden weapons, man. They are going to be pretty good once you get down that line, but they're going to have you throw these. And you can use poison delivery techniques, because that was cow hair needles are covered under poison delivery or mechanisms. So you have like partial training, and you're going to use them to kill bookworms, so they stop eating your books, or at least the words off your books. And then for fellowship, she's going to have you write correspondence with some love letters that she has gotten.
She wants me to respond to her fan mail.
Not just her fan mail, but fan mail that she has recovered over time, like historical pieces, like very important cultivator correspondence between like star-crossed lovers, but they're part of different houses. And these are like hypothetical responses. And they're going to have you practice your penmanship and how to write to somebody.
Okay.
No.
And these still require Gestalt rolls to truly do them. So just straight.
You're building catalyst because you don't have the secret books for these versions. Otherwise, we'd have gone past this a long time ago.
Gotcha. I was wondering why, but yeah.
Yeah, the fellowship, influence, and ballistic skill, I believe, are the ones without the special cultivator cosmic book that lets you roll Gestalt.
Gotcha.
And as such, you're unfortunately stuck at doing the old-fashioned way with the remaining ones.
Okay, so let's see. What kind of role structure are you wanting me to do this at? Is it a DTS because or is it montagey, or do you want me to roll for each attack?
I mean, it doesn't have to be particularly a roll for each attack. Depends on the difficulty. Oh my gosh, what the... Liron! The fuck?
Yes,
Why is that number so many decibels? Like, what? Why?
I was going for the average, and that's counting for ones, kind of.
That's fucky wucky. Alright. Alright.
And we have 5 months ish until the next.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, I am at 1 month 2 days, and on the third DTS of that third day. But anyways,
How long does it take to form the Dow vessel again?
the clay.
Shouldn't it take a day to do so?
Should only take a day. Okay, so I can still.
Once you eat it. Yeah, but you have to be in complete isolation.
Yep.
All right, so you have a time method with Lore Keeper because they have a different teaching method.
Okay.
So this is time, but the cool part about time is if you have anything that reduces a flat amount of time for you to complete something, that applies here.
Okay. This is considered poisony?
No.
No? Okay, then I can't use my spirit bone to reduce the total that it would take.
Well, your intelligence, your mind reinforcement reduces it, and so does
Oh,
our training area.
gotcha.
But I don't think the training area will help.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in the vault.
Yeah,
That is fair.
but mine
Yeah, if you have tier 10, then you should be 20%, I do believe.
Tier
is...
10 is, I thought it was 25, but I could.
Is it
Yeah,
clarity of
25.
mind?
It
Yeah,
is 25? Oh, wow.
yes.
I fucked up. But I haven't rolled anything yet, so I guess I can make those corrections.
Plus 10 inspiration. Okay, plus 10 inspiration. At the start of each session. Oh, wow. Okay. Martial insights, it crashes. Spending your DTS to meditate about your Tao. You may gain a martial enlightenment once per session. Or once a session. Okay. I can reduce this by 25%. I have at least an inspiration. And I'm not sure how to meditate to gain a martial enlightenment.
You don't know
Or
how to
I don't-
meditate? Just
I-
do it downtime.
Well,
Just do it
yes, mechanically, but I don't know what meditate is. I don't understand meditation much at all in regards to what you're supposed to do, because you're supposed to do something.
You sit down and you try and clear your thoughts and enter a state of emptiness. And then, if you must train on something while meditating, once you are clear and empty, meaning you've entered kind of a trance, you then slowly bring into focus the thing you want to, work on. And the moment you start to deviate, you clear, you make yourself become empty again of thought, enter the trance again, and then slowly bring in to into your mind what you're wanting to focus on. But most of the time, it's just me do big empty.
The aspect of emptying one's brain, I can think of nothing. I can't think of nothing for long, but I can picture nothing very easily. And I guess it is the time aspect then of staying in that, but the aspect of, okay, well, there was nothing there. I guess I move on. But that's just brain.
I also think of it like, so the process of removing everything, and now your focus is on the one thing you're trying to do. So use like something you're Dow related. So it's like, oh, poison, all right, or life. It's like, all right, now I've cleared everything. I've got a completely blank slate in my mind. I've gotten to that point. Now I'm thinking about only this, and I'm removing every other thought that comes in my head that's not related to that thing.
That's the thing with. Remember what? Oh, sorry. You. Yeah. Okay.
Squirrel.
Kinda. The delirium aspect and my brain stretching out. Yeah, I think a lot on as many things that I can relate to life, and life has a lot of things.
Yeah, but just think of it like, okay, you're only spending a certain amount of time on it, and it's generic for your enlightenment. It's not like I need to make a decision on what this thing is about life. Does that make sense?
I Yes, but also then how does one build one's truth about life?
Play
Overtime.
the game. Yeah.
Yeah, the game. Literally.
Anyways,
'Cause
how would you like me to throw these?
Whatever idea you have in your head right now, fine. Just know that it'll change over time.
I have a weird changeling thought idea baby thing that just grows. Okay. How would you like me to throw these with a 25% reduction on the total time required?
Take out a calculator. Take 7 days.
Yep.
Times it by 40%.
Times 40%?
Yeah, so it takes 2.8 days off.
2.8. Okay. So, alrighty. So this will. Oh,
So
for doing
it will
0.8
take
was 18, which would be
4 days. And I'm going to say 1. No, because it requires 3. So.
I would switch that into DTA total and then
Yeah,
do your
do the math.
yeah.
7 would be 21 DTS, which would then be 126, and you wanted
Yeah, be
0.75, 94 and a half DTA.
so 11 DTA per cat. There you go. 11 DTA per cat.
Okay.
Because a day takes. No, it was right. It's not 11 DTA per cat because it's 1 DTS, which is
Mhm.
6.
Yeah.
So no, that's not right. See, I was on something, Johnny. You.
I just
You
said
got
turn
it
into
in your-
DTA. I didn't say anything else.
You got it in my head.
Okay.
So it's actually. There you go. It's 4 DTA per cat because you reduced by 25%.
Yeah.
DTA catalyst. Okay. Sorry. I was thinking kata as like martial art. Kata.
Kata.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So 4 DTA per catalyst. And I need 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, correct?
55. Yeah.
Total of 55. Okay. So 455, 220, right? Yeah, 220. So 220 rolls with ballistic skill?
It's actually time based, isn't it? So do you have to do
Yes,
rolls?
it is time. That is a good question.
Yeah, you still do rolls. It's training. Yeah, you'd still do rolls. For sure. Ballistic skill.
Cool. Roll there. No other modifier for right now. Target is 110.
Yeah, just maybe just do just count your 100s, and those are the ones you have to redo.
Slash R 219. D100 less than 99. Anything that's a 100 will fail. Okay. Perfect practice makes perfect. I double my ones, but I only got 2, so that's 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I suffered a net 100. Like I suffer a 100, so I lose 2 successes in total. So
I don't think.
212.
Yeah, it's not the same as research. Remember, because research, when you
Yeah.
get ones and 100s, they double or remove the double.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
and we're
hard
not
because
basing this on success.
those are
but-
failures.
So
Just
just
in
straight
the case.
failures.
Yeah.
So 5 in total. So re-roll 5 more, or just do 5 more rolls and hopefully not get 100s.
That's what I would do.
Matt, is that all right? Making sure our logic is correct.
I mean, you don't need to roll.
Okay.
Those were just time.
Okay, so I just spend the time and it happens.
Yeah, because that's how Lorekeeper has approached
Okay.
this training. Every master approaches training a little differently sometimes, depending on what you're asking, when you're asking, and especially if you leave it up to their methods. So some masters will have you roll, some masters will just have you risk life and limb to live. Some masters will be like, all right, do this and don't stop until you've completed your objective. And then there is rolls, but yeah, you don't need to roll for this.
Yeah,
So
we were asking about it, and then we just made an assumption. Pretty much just what happened there.
It's fine.
be like that sometimes. So 55 ballistic skill catalysts gained, I assume.
Yeah, you do need 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. So,
55.
yep, 55. But then you'll need 55 times 4. So you'll need 220 DTA to get that done.
Yes, and that I spent that DTA.
Yep, which is basically 12.2 repeating days.
Gotcha. So 12 days and but almost 2 weeks of the month.
0.2. Yes, there you go.
Okay, I'm not going to assume. Is he going to do the same thing for me though? Like how he's going to then do the progress 1,000 plus?
Yeah, those are just for catalysts.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he has to do the
1,000 progress per.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's progress stacking per, yeah.
Yeah. So for you, it should be you need 41,250 progress because each one of those 1,000s are going to be 25%, right? Because it's reduces progress from your int bonus, your int reinforcement. And then the next one is 2,000. You take 25% of that, and then 3,000, 25% of that to unlock those reinforcements with your catalysts.
I comprehend, but so this would then be the gestalt part, or well, no, we aren't using gestalt.
It's like the gestalt part. You're just rolling, so you're doing progress engine now. Like so,
Mhm.
each reinforcement
Gotcha.
is 1,000, and then plus.
Okay.
So if you go to the second one, it's 1,000 and 1,000, so it's 2,000,
Yeah,
and then 3,000, right?
Okay,
And then
so
because
that.
it's a it's a progress bar. 25% of that total number each time
So okay.
is reduced.
Yeah. So let's see. 750. What's that calculator again?
It's right here. I already did the math for my side. So,
Okay.
and I don't have
Interesting.
anything extra. It's just 25%.
Gotcha. So we got the catalyst, now actually utilizing, or well, okay, we'll just finish this one. That's training?
Yep.
Or, okay,
You have the book. There's no research needed. You got your catalysts, you got the book. You get the amount of progress you need.
gotcha. And now I can use Montage Hero and theoretically the training room to make this happen?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that will allow me to... There we go. There it is. Okay. So ballistic skill still 110.
I suppose you could do your original 29D 100s if you'd like, or Matt can hide them and do them again, I guess.
Well,
But
those got spent getting the catalyst, so the time was still spent.
yeah,
So I have about 2 weeks left. So I could just roll those 2 weeks, and then my month would be taken care of, and see how far I get.
yeah. Do that math, and maybe we'll swap over to the Liron since he's been waiting patiently for us.
Yeah. Okay, so 14 times 3 for yes times 6, 252. Okay. Slash R 252 100 less than 99 for the sake of 100s. If I am doing this in the training area, I am targeting the +5 there to then times that by 4 because my personal training is times 5 for Montage Hero.
I would choose my intelligence one, wouldn't you?
This is is this something a part of the training area, or are you saying
No,
spotlight?
isn't your reinforcement giving you a progress increase? Did I
Yeah,
read that wrong?
hang on a
I
second.
thought that was
You're
giving you.
talking about the mind one?
Yeah,
Mind reinforcement. Plus 10 to
because
all
if
progress, yeah, so that would make it a +50.
yeah, I would choose that one, and then you
Yeah,
also have
yeah.
your path of the sword, which gives you training related progress.
This is throwing things, not sword stuff.
It's training. I didn't think it said otherwise.
Um, Find path of the sword again. But
But maybe you're right. Maybe I am wrong on adding
sword.
those in.
I created a cheat sheet for what I have when wielding a sword, and it was most of the path of the sword stuff, but I didn't
Plus 10
actually.
progress to training. Didn't say it had to be uniquely for sword stuff. It was just because you're a swordsman, you're better at training. It's really how I took it.
Okay. I can only target one thing, and since they're both the same, it's good to have that on the side. I'll have +60.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I can only target it once. So,
Yep.
and let's see, this training area training area grants a +5.
Correct.
So 65 per roll,
Plus your base.
+1. So 66.
Cool.
251, and I got 100, so 249, but then I actually got 2 ones. So plus 4, 253 successes. So 253 successes, total 66, which will give us 253, 66, 16,698. Progress out of, you said it was 41,250. Okay. Yeah, I got in 2 weeks, not bad, but yeah, it's gonna take a minute.
You want to hop over to Liron, Matt?
If he likes, you guys are all caught up. Because I'm pretty sure he did a whole month, yes?
I did a month, yes. Let's see
There
it
you
first
go.
month.
No, that means you got another month.
Well, I was going to be doing the creation of my Dow vessel.
Yeah,
Shaping of
that's it today.
a day, yes.
Got 29 more whole heckin' days.
What
Well,
did
I
you?
was thinking of just spending it 4.5 months.
Here you go. What did you decide on for your vessel? What are you choosing? What's your
It's going to
design?
be a delicate looking vase
Oh yeah.
with like holes for airflow to make noise.
Wow.
Yeah.
You crazy.
Looks more like an instrument than a vase.
Do you have any rolls you need to do?
Yeah, are there any rolls I need to do?
No, you just do it. You're not like firing it or making any significant mods.
Okay. So we got the vessel. I've got my
Yep.
reinforcements.
Yep.
I need a goal. My goal is to finish my pinnacle.
Heck yeah.
In what time frame?
Before the next opportunity.
Ooh.
And yeah, let's make a lot of rolls real quick. That's just the average amount of time it would take. It's 930 rolls multiplied by 2 from being in my resting zone.
That to you.
My orb, and then it doubled again by my timepiece,
Orb.
which will then need to be presumably repaired after this. But
Burn
Yeah.
in the tribulation room.
Indeed.
so yeah, do 3 or 4 sets. Oh, I guess 2 sets of 930, and then those are doubled. Wait, is it 930? Yeah, it's
All right.
930.
As a note, since I am on my phone, I've been tracking my battery. I
Yep.
predict I'll have maybe another 70 to 90 minutes, depending on how fast the last end of the battery runs. So about
Gotcha.
9:45, or sorry, 10:45 to 11-ish.
Yeah. If
Can
you have
you-
any battery saving modes too on your settings, might be a good idea to throw that on.
I have them already on. I played with it last night to make sure
Nice.
that I had as much battery as possible, but this is a 9-year-old phone.
Yeah. Sounds 9 years old.
Yeah.
Correct.
The Galaxy S9 Plus.
Hey, man, if it
Can
works, it
you-
works.
Can you hide these rolls? This was done incorrectly.
What?
I know. Because it needs to show 1s, as that is doubled progress.
Oh my
Gotta
gosh, so
recount.
demanding. Ugh.
Very, very demanding.
Lyra's like, I don't like the amount of ones I got in that block. I need to try again.
I actually think I got a good amount of ones.
Yeah, I know, right?
I got more
see
than
like
9.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Regardless, I don't want to have to count them.
Yeah. Oh,
And then I guess I have to do this set.
I need to show you that. I should show you that because it's a really easy Excel thing to do that I do for myself.
930
pretty much-
ones less than 100. Well, mine is with advantage though. My rolls.
I do mine with advantage as well.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
So if I do less than 1, I got 6 from the first of 4 batches. 2, 3, 4. Okay. 7 plus 8 plus 8. 6. 29. Well, that's pretty good. That is above my amount of ones needed to finish this in 4.5 months. So there we go. I've spent 5.5 months, so I've got 2 weeks minus a day before the opportunity. And I have completed my mastery and pinnacle of contact,
Gasp.
which gives me 10 antag points.
Nice.
Yes. And does that do anything with my proto Dao tattoo of pinnacle? Along with,
No,
I
that's
suppose.
that's just a resource at the moment.
Okay.
You just got to finish the progress bar because you had to get mastery
Did.
before you can. You finish the mastery progress bar, and now you got to finish the real progress bar.
The mastery progress bar was 10,000. This other one was 10 million.
Yeah.
I did the calculations.
Oh, you finished both?
Yeah, in 4.5 months. 4.49. Well, less than that because I actually got more ones than I calculated I would beforehand.
You guys are so much better at progress than the evening group. Jesus Christ.
It's because we spent the entirety of this campaign so far focusing on making our progress real good.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I just spent 45 merit to make the progress for this in particular quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, shit. Go ahead and just hang on for a bit, and then we will. Once
Go
we
over
cut
what this
everything
all
up.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm well ahead.
Cool.
Whenever you come and look for me, I'm touching things. Touching them good.
Well, before I start my Ballistic Skill catalyst reinforcement finalization, I am going to go into a meditation. I'm going to call upon my inner self, my Tao reflection, and I'm going to present a goal to myself. My goal is to have Swordsman level 3 and to complete my first mountain climb, or at least get past Black Gold by the time we finish and leave checkpoint 4, Zone 1. Does my reflection accept my goal?
I mean, yeah, you can always set a goal, and the goals are really easy to just be like, hey, accept my
Yep.
goal, bitch.
Yep. I wanted to know that process was done. Part of my foundational is completed for that check.
Cool.
I am then going to do some wonderful rolls. I currently have a month, pretty close to a month. Let's find that again. So I have currently. Fuck, where'd you go? Scroll. 26 days is what I have planned to complete my my good old ballistic skill reinforcements. I'm going to do 20 days. Well, actually, first, aspect of the orrery. I'm going to spend 1 narrative point to gain, because this is a new scene for this montage. Going to get my station bonus, so I get additional rolls per day. And I 1 narrative point. And I'm going to do a sandwich roll for each of my days that I have, so I can get some extra progress on the back end. And I have Sandy. Wonderful. Oh, I see. So get rid of those. And then I just need to roll my training rolls for the day. Or those months. So plus 316 for 20. And how many did I need? My last 4 sandwich rolls, I'm going to do the do of adding in even further beyond and extra effort. Because I have fatigue carry over there, so 299 plus 90. I think that should do it. And then, cool. So that gives me 500 in there. Sweet. Okay, and then I have 728 times 2 rolls to put in. So I am going to be putting those in right now. That's 14, 16, so 56. And yeah, that at a time. 7, 2, 8, E100. Gorgeous. And then the last. Okay, I have 1. So I don't have any back-to-back 100s. Okie dokie. I have completed my ballistic skill training. In 26 days. Can you paste tier 10 ballistic skill reinforcement for me without the secret, please? As I am done.
All right. All right, Poe. Then it's up to you.
Are we? Let's see. Did everybody take another month?
Yeah.
I just pretty much did a month, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's kind of doing their thing.
Basically all of my time.
Yeah, it's just you and me now.
Yeah. 2 months. So be third month. We need to. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Well, 1 month for. Yeah, it probably only takes a few weeks. I'm gonna do 2 more weeks first to see if I can get the amount of progress that I need in a shorter amount of time. 2 weeks, 252. That's 99. This is more training in the training area for ballistic skill. Times 66 per 6. Got a 1, got 2 1s, got 3 1s. No 100s that time. Nice.
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 3 1s, so
Nice.
plus 3 successes, 255 times 66. Figure this out. 16,830 plus. Scroll. Okay. 16,698. Yields 33,528. $33,528 for the ST10. Okay. Another 16,000 is a bit of overkill. We'll do 1 week. 252, 126. 3 weeks. $125. I got 100, so 123. Or 124. Yeah.
Yeah.
Times 66. 8,000 plus the 33,528. 41,712. That's enough. Can I get ballistic skill tier 10?
I mean, I suppose if you really want. Pew.
All right. Let's see. All right.
When you say one of your attacks, you mean like any attack, or is it just any ballistic attack?
Let me double check. One of your attacks per round.
Okay, but it could be a weapon skill attack, right?
And that's for
Ballistic
that
skill. I
No,
know.
it's ballistics.
Okay,
Maybe.
I wanted to double check that it was for only ballistic skill attacks. That's all.
Yep.
And I want to spend this last week asking and inquiring about the third opportunity. Spending more than a week, but in total, but I am worried that I will end up still needing to continue to do training before and run out of time to investigate before all that happens.
Indeed. Who are you gonna reach out to?
Probably a lore keeper, because I don't have a. Let's see, Elder wants points, contribution points, and need to remember where the heck I placed my contribution points. But okay. Yeah, I'll probably go to Lore Keeper and see what my master knows and what is willing to be shared.
Mhm. So go ahead and start that scene.
Into the poison vault I go. Master,
Hmm.
I have completed ballistic skill training. I believe next you wanted me to write love letters or to
Correspondence.
yes. So those are just how I would respond to said declaration of love.
Doesn't have to be just declaration.
Mm,
We'll start you
Sure.
on stuff like that, and then we'll move to other historical pieces of documentation and correspondence that are less than pleasant, such as blackmail letters or threats or very well and thinly disguised, well, dangerous speak.
I had some questions about this upcoming opportunity as well.
Yeah, that is coming up.
As far as I understand, water has something to do with this next one.
Water bite, yeah.
What is the name of the next opportunity?
You care more about the name than what it is, I suppose.
Well, I trying to. I know that there's secrecy in the opportunity itself. I am trying to grasp at what I can grasp at.
Sure. I guess if I had to call it something, it'd be fishing.
The fishing opportunity?
I'd call it a fishing opportunity.
Hmm. All right. So we're trying to catch something?
Well, kind of. Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, what or is the aspect of catching the thing the proof that we are that we have the potential?
Mm, I did say this one was dangerous, or this one was dangerous. Yes.
I yes, I think you did.
Okay. This one and the next one are dangerous.
I don't know. I ended up like partially eating myself in the last opportunity. Um and Savalar took spirit damage. I feel like the last one was also dangerous.
You know, this one could kill you. But that's what makes it so good, because it's life and death, and you gain. Well, you can gain a lot, because a life and death experience is unlocking something latent that you've been building up for. And that's why you want to put into reality what you practice, so that you can transform practice and actualize it into something you're comfortable with, something you're able to use in any situation outside of just a practice room. This one, it can kill you. Not that it will. Say, depending on your choices, it'll be a pretty good chance or a pretty small chance. Is that
Is,
cryptic enough?
is this a moral choices decide or stupidity, common sense choices decide?
I mean, stupidity and common sense is intertwined in everything we do, but the gradient on stupidity and common sense are a bit askew because we're cultivators. What would be common sense and stupid to the average person might not be the same for us. We're capable of much more.
This doesn't, or this opportunity does not have um a growth from the mindset of the trees.
It's water. There's a lot of it. If you saw a tree in the opportunity, I'd be concerned.
Are we trying to catch water, or are we what's in the water?
Well, what do you know about Checkpoint 3? Zone 1 of the Earthly Road.
Nothing, as far as I really well, like, because the Sword Carnival, or not the Sword Carnival, the oh, was that Zone 4? The people that are against the Sword Carnival?
Zone 3, and then be the Lofty Sword Pavilion.
Lofty Sword Pavilion. Okay. This is in Zone 3?
No, Checkpoint 3, Zone 1.
Checkpoint 3 Zone 1. Sorry. I have no idea. I've not been to Checkpoint 3 yet, let alone
Yeah.
2.
So, you did fly over it, from what I can tell, on the way to Checkpoint 4 for the tournament. You might have noticed that there is a lot of rivers. Stems from one river, the River of Life. It splits into a tributary plane, and the river goes on and on and on and on. and it divides the land into these little islands between the river. And the amount of bridges are rather impressive, connecting all the different islands to one another. There's a lot of strange restrictions in that area, and a lot of things fall into the river, or are thrown into the river, or are lost to the river, because there's a lot of river. And often there's more river than land. What if you want to get your stuff back that happened to fall into the river? Well, you can't. Once the river takes it, it's gone.
Hmm. I feel like there's a diver somewhere that said that they would attempt at least.
Well, yes. Attempt is the key word here, I believe.
That's fair, but this river is then bottomless.
Well, no one's really ever reached the bottom and come back. So, I mean, it could be 100 meters deep or more shallow, but it's not like anyone who goes down that deep comes back. But we do have some information. There is one part of the river that is said to have strange behavior during a very specific time of year. And if you happen to be there, you might have an opportunity on your hands.
River behaves strangely.
Yeah.
This is the river of life.
But no, it stems from the River of Life. River of Life runs in front of Cairn from the Star Forest. It then denatures away from being a river of life into the Great River.
Okay. The last opportunity did not have. Well, the special time of year was the train wasn't going to hit us, or
It was on the
the
opposite side of the
sound.
tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, but this one only happens
Once
has
a
a
year.
cycle once a year.
Yep. All the opportunities in Zone 1, checkpoints 1, 2, 3, 4, happen once a year, which is why they're very popular.
It's not as simple as it reverses flow, does it?
Oh, goodness, that would be wild.
Do fish swim up for mating season? And that's what we're trying to catch.
I mean, you could catch some fish. There's pretty good fish in the river.
I catch in a river other than something to eat.
You might. What else?
Mm, what else? What does entering the river, or why does entering the river cause death? Or drowning, I guess, is what happens, but seems
Mhm.
sentient in that aspect.
Well, it might be, but it is said that the undercurrents are a bit on the strong side in the river if you dive too deep. And the current on the top is mischievous, aggressive. There's a reason why they build bridges, and there's only certain types of boats that can travel the rivers.
Let's see. It's always mischievous, but something happens once a year to grant an opportunity. You theoretically could catch some fish. Does this have anything to do with energy flow?
It could. It might help a little bit with that if you could figure that out. But maybe.
The point to catch. Is there a battle that happens upriver once a year and we're trying to grab equipment out of?
That would be wild. Think so. Besides, the equipment would sink, and usually the bodies would too.
I don't know. Undercurrent rises up. Um. So if we're trying
The
to catch
undercurrent
something,
rises up. It's to snatch the bodies and the equipment.
all right. So you said the name didn't matter, but a catching opportunity. The meaning to catch something? You said
Yeah,
something
to
else a
catch it.
second ago.
You were to catch something. Might even be literal.
Things going to be thrown at us, or the fish going to be jumping out of the water at us? We have to.
That would be really convenient, but no.
That was the first time you said no and not maybe, so.
Yeah.
All right, let's write some love letters.
Yes, I suppose writing some letters might help.
Is this still a time approach aspect?
For the catalyst, yes.
Okay. Then
Same deal as the first.
220 DTA, I believe, is what was spent last.
Yeah, as you write some of these or even read some of these, your face goes beet red. And you're like, what the shit?
Hang on a second.
Yep. Lord Keeper often looks over your shoulder, goes, how salacious.
Divided by 6, divided by 3, 12 days. So roughly another 2 weeks. So I've spent to get all 55. Okay, so 12 and 0.2 repeating days. 12 days. 0.2 is 2 out of 11. 18. I don't want to fucking do the math on that. 12 days and some change spent to get 55 total fellowship catalysts. Okay. And in between there, I'm also writing defending my honor, insulting. I don't know what else would need to be a catalyst for fellowship.
Just spend the time, get the catalysts. They don't need a special name. Only teachings need them.
Master, what is
Hmm.
a catalyst? Is by by definition.
A definitive improvement, a new perspective, and an understanding that can further your training. It's not something completely like it doesn't shift your Tao. It shifts your perspective, but your Tao still remains the same.
In the aspect of these catalysts that are represented in fellowship, I
Uh-huh.
have changed and understood
How people
how
talk, how people can use words, how dangerous they can be, how silly they can be, how moving they could be.
and it's just the understanding of that rather than I have
Mhm.
found something that can do all of these things in a more profound way than just me speaking or
Well,
writing or
certainly. It's a kind of a small epiphany of like, I didn't know you could do this. I didn't know that was even something that could be possible. And then, ding, you have figured something out. You've shifted your perspective, but your Tao hasn't changed. It's not like it's redefining life itself. It's just opening up your eyes and your mind to something new, opening up possibilities. Because you can
uh
destroy many things in the bustling world with words alone, not just fists.
out of character. How so sorry, to Matt. How then I've seen catalysts, epiphanies, inspiration, and these it clicked moments, but it is hard to grasp what those look like when I said, I spent time and got 55 of them, and now I'm ready. And I realize that that's really, really hard to try and just create an understanding in a player's head. Um, so I don't know exactly what to do with the catalyst other than, all right, now I have to go train how to speak. Um, it's kind of like an aspect of the blueprints are there and you have all the pieces, but the machine doesn't run right.
Sure. And there are going to be a lot of things in the game that if every single resource and every single piece was an epiphany that I gave
Yeah.
an individual tag to, the game is already a little complex as it is it not? But
Yeah,
that
no,
falls
no.
into that.
I have no idea how to make it click easier in my brain. Um, but I totally understand why we don't do more than this.
I do
'Cause
lean on things one step above. Like the teachings actually have to be a teaching. But catalysts are like little eye-opening moments. They're not
uh,
too significant. They're not something you couldn't come to on your own through your own practice and study. It's like, oh, if I just will phrase it this way, that is such a better way to say it, but also delivers the same meaning. Little things. So you learn 55 different little things about the art, how to write and read letters.
mm,
It also can
I
translate in
mean,
how you talk to people. Like,
yeah.
well, if I can write like that, I can talk like I write. And I can pwn somebody without them even knowing it. If I phrase it right.
Let's see. That technically, let's see, because I gave 2 weeks to that. 12 days. That finished one of my weeks. I'm into a week of my next month.
Yeah.
What, Master, what would you recommend for the training in Fellowship and getting the progress for the reinforcements themselves?
You want to talk to people?
I think that wouldn't hurt.
Here's a phone. Prank call some people.
Oh dear.
Or just cold call some people. Try and sell them something. Or turn I called the wrong number into a conversation. Or maybe try some pickup lines.
Is it too ambitious of a goal to try and poison people over the phone?
Are you trying to practice poison, or are you trying to practice fellowship?
That's fair. Alrighty, well.
Your words could just be poison, just so toxic and mean they're poisonous. Well, actually, that would be mean, but you can be poisonous with your words, but you don't actually have to poison them. Not even literally.
I'll just prank call some people, I guess.
There you go. Make sure you have your jokes ready.
My what?
Jokes. If you're gonna prank call someone,
Jokes.
you should have some jokes ready, or some your little schemes or plots, or if you call a restaurant, you want to pick up some food, you're like, all right, where you want to send this stuff, and you're like, all right, I want to pick up the food on the corner of You Smell and Your Mom, or something dumb. And then eventually you lean into it, and they're like, oh, did you just prank call me? And then they'll hang up really mean, very angrily. Or maybe you called to hit on somebody.
One of the best prank calls I think I've ever seen was somebody had 2 phones and they called Papa John's and Domino's and had those 2 on speaker talking to each other, thinking that one company prank called the other. That one was funny.
Well, there you go.
But I don't even think that's fellowship because I didn't talk at that, or I wouldn't have talked at that point.
Mm-hmm. Well, then, talk.
So we have fellowship, reinforcement, training, 0 out of 41,250. Still 66 in total for rolls. I'll spend 3 weeks to finish out the last of the month. So 126 times 3. 378. 100 less than 99. What? I'm so sure. That's better. To 374, but we got a lot of ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 380 in total. 866. Yields 25,080. Okay. I am at the end of that month. Um, am I on my? I'm on my third or fourth month now. But I can't remember.
Don't know.
I believe on my fourth because we've spent.
Hey,
Yeah, this was so we have 2 months left. Savlar, you got anything that, or have you spent all your time, Savlar? Is it just me?
You and me. You are ahead of me now, currently.
Gotcha.
Are you done with your stuff now?
For the month, yeah. We got
Okay.
2 months left, and I asked a couple of questions about the next opportunity, and yeah, that's catching something in a river. Once a year, the river changes and an opportunity arises. I don't know if it just goes to low tide and we look at they said it was a bottomless thing, or it's, yeah, I'm not entirely sure if it's this opportunity. Oh, I should have asked how many fucking opportunities there were in it.
Good question. How many, you mean gestalts, in a sense, of how
Yeah,
many
yeah.
things you can learn, in a sense?
How many lessons in this opportunity? Yeah.
you can ask if you want or try to.
I'll ask the next time around, though.
Okay.
And I'm currently prank calling people, so
Keep you busy?
something like that, yeah.
Yeah. What I'm going to do next is I would like... first question for you, Matt. The 100s I rolled, and the 100s Chun Po was rolled. My sword's been in the cradle. Would I get those 100s for my sword, or no? One of the abilities I have for my sword is that as long as it's in the cradle, and something's done in the sanctuary, they'll collect those 100s rolled. But Chun Po's in his vault, so I don't know how you'd want to rule that. That's my question. To me, Chun Po is inside the sanctuary still, therefore it would count. But I'd like your final say on that. This is the insurance ability of my sword. Do you guys hear me? Am I talking to
Yes,
myself?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
Hmm. Let me try something. Badoop.
Badoop.
Ba-doop, 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 ba-doop.
How dare you?
Badoop. Goodbye, farewell.
It was
Hey,
nice to know you.
No. All right, try it again.
Okay, what I was asking is my sword,
Yeah.
My tier 2 relic has an ability called Insurance. While the sword is in the cradle, any 100s rolled by allies in Sanctuary are stored in this sword instead. You can choose to ignore this effect. My question was, since Chun Po is in his vault while he's doing most of his trainings, is the vault considered in the Sanctuary, or is it something
Yeah.
separate?
You,
We
I
connected.
mean, so long as they're wearing the spacesuit and they consent to you getting a copy or taking them away.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
sure.
was just because
Super.
Chun Po's been rolling a lot, and I have as well. Chun Po doesn't have advantage. I do have advantage, so I wouldn't be taking mine away. I guess that way. But okay, so as long as Chun Po's okay with him not having those 100s count against him.
That's fine.
Okay.
Gives them extra progress. Because you did put these. They have the spacesuit on. They have the vault is part of the sanctuary.
Yep.
So there you go.
Yeah. Perfecto. Okay. So my next project is consuming the key set.
Yeah. The 16 pills.
The 16 pills. Yep. You wanted to know which ones I had done currently.
hmm
Um, and I have those set in my cultivation thing, but it's mostly just low and mids. I haven't taken any high ones. If we look at where did I put that? Yeah, I've taken a low-grade cultivation elixir. I've taken a mid-grade cultivation elixir. I've taken a low-grade key boosting elixir, mid-grade key boosting elixir, mid-grade ESMP fruit, mid-grade key pill, and I just need to find where I put the set. It's not in that one. It is written down at least, so I will find it there. But yeah, there's 16. I've listed the ones I've taken so far.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's right around the traditional arming sword I got. And it was from this guy, Alchemist and Entertainer. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to start taking those. I just wanted to find the names I have them, and
If you'd like.
yeah, I have it here. I thought it was written down in chat. Is it in my journal? Yeah, I don't want you guys to wait on me though, is the issue. So I should just
Mm-hmm. But we have.
I get to wait on
What do
all
you-
of you.
I know.
Yeah.
So it's one DTS for low.
Yes.
It's 3 DTS for mid.
Yep.
It's 1 week for high, and it's 1 month
For spring.
for spring.
Yep.
And therefore it is
That time.
4 months for superior. It is 1 month for highs. It is 1 day, and then so 4 days for mid, and for 1 day, 1 DTS for low. So we know this is training, but I don't think I can get anything below a month. Or was it a week? I need to double check that. This would be in
A
sanctuary
week for
notes.
high grade.
Yeah, so we know it's this. I'm pretty sure you said it wouldn't go below a month. So even if they do take a month, I can't reduce it below a month. So that would still take 4.
Well, remember the reducing things below a month was for the sword forms. And all
Yeah.
the teaching dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it wasn't just the sword form, so it
yeah,
applied to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just for training things only. The issue is I'm running into is that it's going to take more time than I have available to do the full set, so I can't do the full set.
Yeah, just do the high grades and then, or a couple high grades, and then come back to the big ticket ones later.
You told me that I had to do them all at once
Yes.
because it was a set.
Well, then do it all at once.
I can't.
Do it.
I don't have enough time. I'll have to do it next month. Which is why I was thinking maybe it'd be good for doing in a tribulation, or because I can also double dip in with my key.
Mhm.
But it would have been cool. How about this match? How about I do this? This should be fun. So, my technique is assess. I'm going to use my eyeballs and the technique I've learned from Duality to assess the sets I have. and I can apply this for research in a sense. So I want to learn about ki. So I'll kind of dive deep and assess each one of these pills, the set piece I have, and start getting information there. So my technique is assess. I'm let me look at my 5 steps again. So got that. My visualization is I'm taking in the information and like kind of just displaying it all in front of my mind's eye, where I see each set piece and how they kind of build up to be one big thing. And then my internalization is I'm now digesting this information and what ki is. So like breaking down into its purest form as I breathe and I take in what it means to be ki, and kind of just take a look at it that way. And then my actualization is the knowledge that comes from looking at these things and observing and having them presented in front of me, so that I can then do my Dow point here, which is my ki is of fate and tribulation, and so wait. So my punctuation here is that ki fails to hide its secrets from the fated one, which is me.
Okay. Key is not that deep as a resource, but go ahead and make that roll for me, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it might not be that deep of a resource, but I will do my perception roll here. Um,
All right. So looking at it, these just are a energy amplification and efficiency amplification. So the original building blocks of ki was stamina.
yeah.
So this is a combination of the body's physical prowess combined with a energy resource. So as you channel energy through the body like you normally do with eating food, moving the body, expending that energy for physical outcome, this is just the next logical step, the next extreme of using the physical energy in your body
Mhm.
and enhancing it, which is why you don't project it like qigong or shi. It stays in the body. It's circulated. So whenever you say use ki, it's always to bring out a huge physical and athletic expression. So attack faster, hit harder, move quicker. It's just these kind of bursts of athleticism and physical prowess and capability.
Sure.
It doesn't have doesn't make you smarter, but it can make you focus harder. Narrow your vision, maybe speed up your thinking, which slows down your surroundings. These are just imbuing more energy into that system so that you can use more ki to have more expressions and more bursts of physical fitness
Mhm.
at higher levels. And the efficiency is just almost doing the same thing. It's just you're spending less resources to get the same result as before. So both are um, very strong in your ability to express this physical capability. So basically what ki is,
Yeah.
which is why a lot of people get rid of it, because it, in its current state, it is extremely limited in what it can do. You have a feeling there might be more to what ki can do, but that's not what's popular on the bustling road or the bustling world. You would have to go against the grain and maybe dig up some history or do some researches to figure out potentially what that nagging feeling in your mind is.
Yeah, and this is where I wanted to research into influence and what it means for that, and try to get some influence catalysts based off of ki, and that deeper understanding within it. But yeah, at least that's what I
Okay.
had in mind.
All right. Well, we'll pause here because it is break time,
Sure.
as we normally do, and my battery, as predicted, is on the lower side.
Give her a little
So,
quick charge.
no, I think we'll stop here so I don't just burn through my phone because it does take a while for it to charge these days. So, and I
Could I
need to
borrow
type
you
some stuff
for?
for some people.
Ah, gotcha.
And
What do you need? Yeah, because I need to get you your contact thing, and I need to get you the divinity sheet. So, and what's up, Mr. Pope? If you said you needed me for a moment.
Oh, if you have the time, otherwise I can wait.
Well, how long do you think it'll be? 'Cause,
No idea.
got about
Unfortunately, it's
15
one of those
minutes.
philosophy questions.
Um, well, let's. I can answer some philosophy questions potentially,
Okay.
maybe cryptically.
or straightforwardly. Depends on what it is.
Mm.
Fit it out.
Maybe. So,
Yeah. I was going to have it post session. I was going to ask post session, like, hey, once we're all done.
yeah, well, we're stopping
done.
here. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I will have my headset tomorrow. It'll probably be middle of the day, which means we'll be well past the morning group. So, unfortunately, yeah. But that doesn't give everyone time to sleep in if they want. So, and Mr. William, what's your philosophy?
The question of how does one deal with delirium?
Well, delirium, at least is what was explained to you, is clearing one's mind, figuring a methodology of letting go. If the problem is you're not getting answers, or the answers you're getting are disturbing your character, then you need to find a way to find serenity, find peace, find calm, or at least the ability to let go. All right, next one.
We'll start there because I ask. It'll turn into a delirious line of questioning if I don't take it at face.
Yep. All right, there you go.
Yep.
All right, thanks, guys. Sorry for the short session. Technical difficulties.
It happens.
Yeah. I was expecting it to last at least another week or two while I was looking for it, but it cut all power, which is suck. But all right, that's just how life goes. Thank you, guys. We only did a 3 for today, so
That's only $80.
I wish. But unfortunately, that will probably not be the case ever, because who would pay that much for a stupid game?
Hey, if our dollar goes the way of Zimbabwe, then $80 would be dirt cheap.
Oh god damn it! No. Yeah, we're at a $600 a session. Oh yeah, that's really cheap these days. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the price of a
I
Subway sandwich.
got a crisp 600 in my pocket. Yeah, I can get a Subway sandwich for 600. It's like, damn, dollar's falling.
You know how many people pay money for World of Warcraft, and how much money has been spent on World of Warcraft?
A lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a monthly subscription.
Sure,
Makes sense.
but
So is
it's a
this.
lot less active service to a particular person.
Yeah, fair. But all right, I'm gonna log off and get my phone charged before it dies.
Okay.
Later.
See
Later,
ya.
guys. Thank you very much. Love you a long time.
We love you a long time.
Bye.
Bye.
I have a question.
Was it for Matt or one of
No,
us?
it is for Johnny.
What was that?
Johnny.
Yeah.
So, Blitz campaign,
Yeah, of course.
creating a divinity.
Yeah. You go with the good old freedom, right? Yeah.
Caca.
It's goes great with your current story for your character. And
I also have an empty mantelpiece,
oh yeah.
which has space for an unfettered power.
Ooh.
And I was thinking of doing something like Chainbreaker to destroy bonds between things. Not necessarily like physical bonds, but I see you owe a favor to this guy. Let me destroy this favor.
Oh yes. That'd be rough.
Or, oh, you swore an oath to this person. I'll just shatter that oath.
One thing I could think about, just from the previous things I've done with freedom. I had a character. This is when Iron Man mode was I first introduced it. Actually, no. This was where Iron mode came from, I guess, the idea for it. I didn't use fake currency pretty much at all. But I had a complex based on freedom, which pretty much gave me narrative power instead of using the fake currencies usage. It gave, like, I don't know, some sort of narrative bonus. Um, you could think of it like, hey, I'm getting all these fake currencies. Well, I can turn that into like raw power whenever I use it. Because right now you can't use them because you're Iron Man mode, or at least one time use, right?
Yeah, but I do have just a pile of fate coins that I've been accruing.
Yeah, which would give you a reason to use them more in a sense, like you get more from them. But it's also to do with how fate and your fate for your character exists on the tapestry, right? Because
Well,
right
Chainbreaker can
now,
also destroy fate. At least a
because
individual's fate.
right now
That's a chain.
you're chained to the tapestry. You know what I mean? You're not able to be free from it.
Hmm.
But if you go down this path, you could look at this fake currency and how it relates to you. And like you've already kind of severed yourself already with Iron Man mode because you can't have the pools for it. But what you could do is go deeper into that connection with your fake currency and your person on the tapestry and become free. That's one mindset you could go about doing that. Breaking contracts. That's
Lean faction
some
hate that shit.
that would be rough for everyone else, but I think it'd be great for you. The only issue I see for it, and it's not really too hard of one, is that when you break someone's contract, the person that had that contract is going to probably come after you and kill you, and you'll die, whatever, respawn. But it's going to be a I don't think it's not going to be noticed, I guess is what I was trying to say.
I also don't think that. Well, my character's not attempting to be subtle if he's doing that.
Right?
I was about to say, I'm
This
just
is a
like,
statement that is being made more than, oh, I'll just sneakily remove your obligations.
what was it? I've seen a character who got rid of a contract from a magical school that kept everyone stuck in like a what was it? It was like it's basically contract magic was what it was, and it was people stuck in a contract they didn't want, and so those people rose up and took out the people that forced them to sign the contract in the first place. But that was one person had a lot of power because of the contract. And then breaking it, yeah, no, they just didn't have that much power, got overtaken and annihilated. I have some questions. I was thinking, well, with the montage hero, I was trying to get it to where I used a mind select for montage hero to add that degrees of success per roll could be targeted with my multiplication bonus. So my times 5. If I could target degrees of success, then I could get up to 55, but I could get to the next threshold of my characteristics because once I hit tier 10 and everything, and I'm getting closer and closer, everything should rise up to 210, which would allow me to get to 21 as degrees of success as a theoretical bonus. And then times 5 there would give me 100 progress per roll, theoretically. But I actually don't know how to get the syntax of, or not, I don't know if syntax is the right word. I don't know how to get the programming of the rolls to give a bonus like that. Like, there's got to be some math in it, in the rolling itself, to get total successes like that.
Oh, yeah, it's just the floor. So what you do is go to your character sheet and you can build, there's character sheet bio info, attributes and abilities. You can just add an ability. And then
Okay.
it's something like this. Let's see if I can do that with quotations.
Yeah, I know, like, some of the I've seen, well, Casey? John.
Yep.
John. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, Casey. John. I've seen your abilities that have specific wording and things. Um, and then the reason that I wanted to take on the aspect of taking on all of the other negatives, because taking on those negatives, if it would allow me to create an exponential aspect of it, even just squaring something, just to say I demand more out of my training and I get a double bonus.
We can make up some fries in the air fryer. You can't lick that.
Okay.
That's not for you.
Can you walk me through what floor and DH1 and why it's divided by 10?
So you know that when you make a roll, right?
Yeah.
The successes you get
Mhm.
with the extra are every tens place, pretty much, right?
Mm,
Do you not know that?
you lost me right there. Otherwise, I was
Okay,
following.
let's look at chat. You see how I rolled perception, right?
Yeah.
My skill was 137.
Yep.
And I rolled an 80.
Yep.
The difference is for those 5 is that 90 is 1, 100 is another, 110
Okay.
is
Okay.
3. So it's divided by 10, right?
So, yeah, each degree is by 10. Okay.
That's where that comes from. The idea with the floor is that you're not including a decimal. So if you had a 6.5 successes, that's just 6 successes, right?
Yeah.
The floor means you go down.
Round down.
Ceiling means
Okay.
you go up. And then it's
Yeah.
based off whatever characteristic you're doing. And
Mhm.
the minus 2d10 drop highest one is advantage for me. So you just do a 1d100 in that
Okay.
spot there.
Gotcha.
And you just make sure you have the same brackets. And when you roll that, then you have something that I did earlier that just calculates the degrees of success for you. Gives you
Okay.
however much number that is.
Okay.
So like one of them was 72 because I had a plus 299 and a plus 290 between the ballistic skill and the minus. So I just pretty much had pluses there.
Gotcha. Okay. So that floor at anything technically, if it was training.
So on your ability thing, there's attributes on the left side. And the attributes are where you have those. That's where you keep those numbers per se. So
Okay.
if you made an intelligence thing and you changed it on your character sheet, it would do it automatically instead of you having to manually change it every time.
Okay.
So in other words, my ballistic skill was 100 before. I
Mhm.
increased it by 35 in this session.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It automatically draws from that attribute instead of having to have it in statically.
I gotcha. I have to pee really, really badly because it's making
That's
me
okay.
not
Go by.
think.
Go by. Take care.
Bye bye bye. Have a good week, everybody.
Yeah, you too. Casey, did Matt said we were going to play tomorrow? Is that what he was trying to say? Or
I don't know. Kind of unclear.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I think he was saying that the morning group for the ballroom blitz was not happening or something.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But also, like, my fate coins aren't doing anything because I don't roll anymore. I just auto pass with 5 degrees of success on everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All I was trying to think of is the correlation between what is fate and freedom. You can go dive even deeper into it, where you relate the history of like the dream, where because of Lucy's actions and allowed freedom, the same in the biblical sense, where a freedom of choice for the devil allowing humans, right? Um, Spoiler alert. Because of Lucy's actions, they allowed Nightmare to be created.
Okay.
So because you have, freedom, is we have the correlation of Nightmare, because without it, the angels would control everything you do in your life, and you wouldn't have freedom of choice.
Isn't that also why perfection was destroyed?
Probably.
I think that was something to do with making the voidlings less likely to be able to eat things, though.
Yeah. But yeah, just finding a correlation there is one aspect you can go down for your freedom. You could also express your divinity through literally freeing people.
Yep, in the most
uh,
literal
yeah.
sense.
There's all kinds of ways you can go about doing it, and what I understand about divinity is that you just do the thing and it expands upon your concept, right? It's like you get more narrative depending on how much you stretch that muscle, right?
Hmm.
um and I just was thinking, like, well, you don't have anything to use your fake coins for anyway, or your currency. Might as well maybe get something out of that. And like,
I've
it's
just been
almost
using them
like,
as a literal currency.
yeah, or yeah, exactly, because they'll take it because they can add to their pools. And
Hmm. It's been quite valuable. You're like, yeah, sure, here, take some fake coins.
but yeah, one of the things you could do too is that because I've freed myself from this coin, and giving it to you, I've expressed that aspect of freedom. So you could be like, every time you sell something or every time you use one of them, but that would narrow yourself down to a limited resource.
Yep.
But you get mega gains from doing that thing because you only have so much of it. Or you could relate it to something more narrative of, like we were talking earlier, freeing slaves, or yeah, it's all about how you'd like to um, go down that path, I guess. However you want to utilize your Tao of freedom, in a sense. It's the same kind of concept of just it's
So
what you're really good at.
I am getting another thing from one of Daresh's mantelpieces, which is quite good.
Oh yes.
Originally, that mantelpiece let you like control all technology.
Mhm.
So instead, I'm like, I don't want that. You can go ahead and break that and rebuild it into a rebellion protocol that
There
just
you go.
makes everything do what it wants,
For the AI.
technology wise. Yeah. It's like, yep, that seems good. I'll do that. I don't want to control these things. That is very against my character.
Yeah, and you can look at it as liberation. You can look at it as not being chained, like you were saying. Breaking chains is a great way to
Yep.
do it.
And like,
That's
my character is fine with accepting more chains for themselves
Mhm.
to free others, which is also, I guess, utilizing your divinity at that point by using your what is counter to your divinity. You can
Mhm.
get divine sparks, or I guess enduring what is a counter to your divinity can get you divine sparks, based on what Matt was saying.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'll sign this contract if that means other people can walk free.
And then you just learn to break these contracts in the first place.
Yeah.
Become free of them. I think also, would fulfilling the contract be also a way to express your freedom, because now you're free from it by
Well, you're not
fulfilling it?
expressing your freedom there. You're enduring a chain
Right.
completion at that point.
Okay.
Because you've not successfully freed yourself from it if you've fulfilled your side of the contract.
Okay.
But if I help somebody else complete a contract, that would probably not get me a divine spark because I am
Mhm.
reinforcing a chain.
Yeah. One thing I was just thinking is you could take on other people's.
Contracts and obligations, yeah.
I was actually envisioning that the other day about um, debt, like doing a debt based character where you just, the more you take on that negative, the more power you get, in a sense. So
Or the
that's
more you can
one.
empower others by taking the
Yeah,
debt.
yeah. So that's one thing you could do, I guess. Take the chains yourself. Be the martyr.
Yep.
You're literally your character.
Yep.
take
my character's probably gonna get killed by supremacists, though.
Yeah. What happens to the break game that I was listening into with Supremus?
Breaker's
What?
dice.
Yeah.
He won 10-0 after he passed out halfway through.
Oh, I really thought Supremus was gonna break his character.
He
Good
did.
for him.
Supremacist kind of did, but that was
Oh.
because she decided what he was betting after he passed out.
Oh. But he won 10-0.
He won 10-0, so he got his gambler's facet
Yep.
with a special holofoil because he beat Supremacist 10-0.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he got a bunch of replacement parts for his body. And I don't really know what they do.
Okay.
I don't know that he knows what they exactly do. I think he got a brief description of everything.
I was like, man, you just got to take what you got and then leave. But
Nah,
it all
he
worked
had
out
to
for
keep-
him.
He was attempting to pass out so that the game was like forfeit, and he's like, nah. Matt's like, nope, she's gonna keep playing for you.
Yeah.
But she stopped cheating on both sides, and then he just naturally won every single other roll.
Gotcha.
It was like, great. 10-0. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Okay, good. I was just more curious
And
of
then
what
he
that
went and
outcome
gambled with
was.
Supremacy again afterwards.
He did again?
He did again. I think he won all of that, but I don't know why he did it. And then
Good for him.
Supremacy offered him a sponsorship.
Good for him.
It wasn't a great sponsorship because it was a, hey, you do exactly what I tell you to whenever I tell you to do something sort of sponsorship.
I
So I don't think he took it.
I wouldn't do that either.
Yeah. It's like, well, that's interesting. No, thank you.
But yeah, good luck with this freedom stuff. You got
Yeah, I'm
this.
going to Limnar's Way to go to Daresh's storefront there. I guess nobody has entered since he disappeared. Nobody has been seen entering, I guess.
I remember 11
We'll
Hours
go
Away,
liberate that.
our first time going there. My character almost died. One of the other player characters died. I used some of his currency he had, like he had destiny fragments and some bone coins or something, in a bet on the auction room. And after his character died, I didn't have to pay him back anymore. So I just got that currency for free, pretty much. That was interesting.
Only one person has died in Limnar's Way in our campaign so far.
Yeah.
And he killed himself to kill somebody else, which he's like, why is my character getting screwed over by this now? It's like, well, you killed yourself with a 100 eclipse negative that you imposed upon yourself. I don't see why you're expecting to come out better than before.
Yeah.
He's kind of mad about what Matt did to the character, and it's like, I'm not surprised Matt did that to the character.
Well, you
Especially
guys
with the
are
ways
playing
that
on
you
hard
went
mode.
around things. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, even if we weren't, it's like, oh, I win or I don't get this 100 eclipse thing by going insane or whatever. Like, okay, cool. Now your character is completely insanity based after coming back to life. And he didn't expect that. I don't know why. You are now a nightmare.
Well, it's a stat on the character sheet. You can utilize it in many different ways.
Yep, you can do stuff. That's what I was saying. It's like, nah, this is gonna be cool for your stuff. And he's like, I don't. This is not what I wanted to do for my character build. It's like, yeah, but you get thrown random stuff that you have to deal with all the time. You got to be prepared to just change what you're doing, especially in this campaign. It's like the cultivator one, you're a bit more set in stone on your build because that's kind of the whole idea, is just building up the whole time.
Yeah.
But ballroom blitz stuff, you're thrown a bunch of random bullshit all the time.
And it's all what sticks. It's really all it is. It's just like, can I make it stick? Yep.
Yep.
Okay. It makes me
Gotta be
stronger.
ready to catch it.
All right, let's go. Yep.
Oh, it destroyed half my character sheet. How do I deal with this?
Yep.
So far, it's been going pretty well though.
Excellent. As long as you guys are having fun.
I'm doing solo session for the Limnar's Way. Everybody else is there, but nobody else. Everybody else left without me. So,
Yes.
like, cool. Everyone's like, "How are you gonna get there?" Like, I'm just gonna turn off my waypoint system on my teleporter and press random teleport. But because I don't roll luck, I say I go to Limnar's Way.
There you go.
I told Matt that when we were getting sushi beforehand. He's like, "Yep, that's gonna work."
There you go.
I was like, "Yep, I knew it." Like, I've got ways. Well, because mechanically it's already been demonstrated that that type of thing works. Because I've got like a telefrag system that can just like purchase items, but mine is broken,
Oh,
quote unquote. So it gives me a quote unquote random item each time I press it. But because of not rolling luck, it's a I fill in the blank of what comes in instead of a luck check.
nice.
I guess. I don't like the not being able to roll for things, but it's also on the corpse that I'm currently possessing, so I can just,
Mhm.
if I need to roll for something, just be like, okay, I'll just drop the corpse on the ground and use my own stats, which is nice. But what I meant by I'm probably going to die to Supremus is I'm going to end up probably being very rude to her when you do your like ask of Supremus,
Right.
and then demand that she free everything in the Undercroft. The Underpalace.
Well, it will be a.
It'll be a conversation for sure.
It'll be somatic. There you go.
Yep. Hey, she might do it and then still kill my character. In case the character will have succeeded at doing what they're trying to do. So
And then you get the achievement survive supremus.
didn't survive Supremus, but
No,
God.
no, and that's what would happen if you did survive
Oh yeah.
in getting killed by supremus.
But my character does not like Supremus.
No, that's fair. She enslaved her people.
Yep. Quote the people, quote unquote.
People.
I don't think that there's very many similarities between the things in the Undercroft. Just a bunch of things that they decided needed to be locked away. Or are trophies for them, I suppose, as well.
Speaking of trophies, one thing you can do with your freedom divinity is free things like items from other people.
Yep.
It's like, now you're free from this thing. It was so good for your character? That's too bad.
I was also thinking just being able to cut things off of people's character sheets by freeing a talent from them.
Yeah, it's like it's been cleaved, right? It was there once before, now it is gone.
Free to
But
do what it
cleave would not
wants.
be the word. Yeah, it's now gone. I'm thinking about
That's what I was going to try to do with the last empty mantelpiece was with the chain breaker, just be able to destroy character sheets and stuff, which is fine.
destroy and
Not destroy, liberate their character sheet of pesky abilities. That's a better way to word it.
Well, that should be fun, Casey.
Should be. And I was just curious what you thought about going that path.
That's I'm just giving you my previous experiences.
And maybe
that's all I can ask or give.
Could be powered by fate currency to empower it further. Just be like,
just be
shatter this fate coin to give this thing way better odds of actually working.
Yep. that's what I would go down, especially if you have the use. And because they're one time, it has more power. That's just what I was thinking.
Yep. And it's like I can't put them in the threshold anyway. Doubly so now because the corpse that I have also can't have fate currency.
Oh yeah.
It's like, okay, so I can't have fate currency. The thing I'm piloting can't have fate currency. Great. We love it.
Nice.
And then cultivator stuff. I am worried that I spent too much time on the pinnacle, which might. I've got 2 weeks to prepare for the opportunity now, I guess.
You'll be fine.
Yep.
One of the things I wanted to do was take the Elder's class on going past your limits because I feel like there's going to be a lot of fatigue-based stuff. I feel like you'll be fine for that, but that's just the one thing that came to mind. I'm going to try and go into this opportunity with some adapt ready to go, but I think you spent most of yours, half of it, right?
I didn't spend adapt, but
No, I
I
just know you
spent
spent like half of your merit you had available. You had like
spent a third of it.
105, right? Oh, a third. Okay,
I've
yeah.
got 67 left.
Nice.
So I was gonna just put that on my adapt pools before going to do stuff.
Should help.
45
Feel like-
merit to. I was getting 500 and. Let's see. 586 progress per roll.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I was getting 56 progress per roll.
yeah. Well, I had to hit 10 million, and I'm like, well, I need to do that before the next thing. So I'll just spend a boatload of merit on a thing that I'm hoping to remove from my character sheet later anyway,
Yeah.
which sucks because I don't want to keep that precept, but it was definitely the best way to get the amount of progress I needed.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find out if precepts are going to be a deterrent for ourselves in the future or not. And I was thinking to myself, well, if it comes down to it, I can just use cleave and get rid of it that way.
I can
But
just feed mine to the nothing pool, which
yeah,
might harm the Emperor Progress, which would be a problem. Because I think I was told not to aim my nothing at like truths, and
mhm.
I would imagine a precept might be close enough to a truth from an Emperor, which might be bad. So once when I understand the nothingness a bit more, it might be something I could do, but currently Pinnacle of Contact was kind of the first goal because that offensively and hopefully defensively just kind of
Yeah,
makes me set for a very long time.
an attack and parry, you'll be great.
Like, yeah, I make contact with every one of this guy's blows with my Pinnacle of Contact, destroying its attack.
Are you contacting with nothingness after? Like, what's the? Because we know what the first thing is, the attack. What's the second thing it's connecting with?
Well, so you use your rapier, and I
Yeah,
use my Pinnacle of Contact to make the
yeah,
rapier contact the attacks,
right.
which are it's sheathed in nothing.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna do. You're gonna contact with nothing. Yeah, so
Yep. You're like, let's just go ahead and, or using the Pinnacle of Contact, depending on how well that works, I can be like, yes, I am in contact with it. I don't even need a weapon.
are
This
you
thing's like
afraid
way.
that contact and nothingness are going to act weird?
Maybe, but that's a problem to worry about in the moment there.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go down too many rabbit holes like William decides to do all the time.
Yeah. No, you're fine. I just
Yeah.
I was just thinking like,
I do need
yeah.
to sell off a few things from my character sheet, like this interpretive dance that I have it for check marks eventually, but
There you go.
that was just for fellowship catalysts before I decided to just do the podcast. I don't know how, because I'm pretty sure with contact, I can deal with basically any of the, actual combat problems pretty easily.
Mhm.
But I don't know if that's really going to help me in the opportunity much. It could. It could be, hey, you need to swim to the bottom of the ocean to get something here. I could just be like, I'll use contact to have already, I'm in contact with this thing and I pick it up from the top of the ocean.
Yeah, I think you're going to be. I mean, you literally have 10 years on us, so I think you'll be fine. So
Well, the other issue is, even if I succeed on getting the item, that might not teach me the lesson that will get me the Gestalt anyway. If it is just get a thing from the bottom of the ocean. It might be a point of, hey, overcoming your, limits to swim downwards or whatever.
I don't know because I feel like Pinnacle is like a the it's a technique, but you'd understand it more, right?
Yeah, you'd understand what you're doing, I suppose.
Yeah, compared to just like I hit it with nothing.
Yeah, where it's like, I don't know what's happening here other than it's gone now.
Yeah, right.
Good job, you cut down the tree. You learned nothing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
because it's a triangle of power. I think you'll have a lot more wiggle room to kind of
So yeah, I
get
get
them.
what I'm
Yeah.
doing here.
Yeah.
Absolute mastery.
Yeah.
But with absolute mastery, you might just be able to circumvent whatever lesson it's trying to teach you.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess you'll.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
This is all new for us, so.
Yep. Because also, as far as I can tell, Pinnacles function differently in this than they have elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
Because what everybody else is saying from different campaigns is like, oh yeah, that just provides a huge numerical bonus to things,
Mhm.
which would be basically meaningless for my character and your character, as I'm already hitting the maximum physical limit that I can do for bonuses.
Yeah.
Easily. Okay, it doesn't look like Matt has added any more random things to the no zone in our sanctuary either, though. I like to check that every once in a while, but there's still
Right.
just the 4 objects.
Yeah. I think it's because we actually haven't gone and interact with it, so he hasn't really thought about it. That's my guess.
He had been adding stuff, like 2 of these things were just kind of added randomly at some point in time and never mentioned.
Mhm.
It's been a while, so. And then, what are you planning on doing for the remainder of your time?
Well, I'm mostly just trying to finish my foundations. That's really.
Okay.
I mean, I know I can do it in the next 2 months. I guess. I imagine I'll take 2 months to finish off the last two, and then
Sure.
I'll be excited for the influence gains from 6 to 10, which should be nice.
Getting those awesome threshold added to your things.
Yeah,
Which
man.
it's less relevant for you, but
I'm so disappointed in myself on I was because I got swiftness, right? And then I picked perception, and then spirit I got maxed, and I already got perception from spirit. So I kind of just like lost out on having a limit like shatter for one of the other main characteristics. Because I double dipped and I was like, yeah, I'll get something cool out of it. But I only got an enlightenment, so it's sad, I guess.
sure.
I was not thinking that far ahead. Rookie mistake.
I think I only have a limit shatter in a couple of things, but you've got a bunch of limit shatters, right? You hit
Yeah, fear of 5, right? So that gave me
yeah.
the 4 from spirit. All right, Casey, I'm gonna get some lunch.
You enjoy, and I'm guessing you're gonna go walk Luna as well.
Well, it's getting close to that. I'm mostly just going to spend some time with the alley girl, I think. That's the plan.
You enjoy your day.
You as well enjoy your day. I will catch you later.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.